Welcome, everybody, to episode 30 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. I am your host tonight, Brian. I am joined with our usual boys, Snickle.
Hi.
And the Waves.
Yo.
Links to all our descriptions are down below. Our YouTubes, our Twitches, our Twitters, PSMPs. Go give them a look if you want. Go give us a follow. Much appreciated. Leave a like on the videos if you watch Snickle's videos or Waves or mine. Ring that bell notification too.
You guys gotta watch my Platinum Trophy videos.
Hey.
My 15-second Platinum Trophy videos.
I find the ones those entertaining, especially when you get find the videos where you're like, oh man, this game fucked up on me, like the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
They're all entertaining. Oh, my favorite's was it Assassin's Creed with the horse, or was that Snickle?
I think I sent it to Snickle.
Yeah,
I got a few Assassin's Creed things.
yeah. Well, anyway, they're all fun. Just go check them out. It's 15 seconds out of your life, people. Go give Waves a like. Come on.
You know, those videos actually get some good views.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
I gotta start making videos again.
I think one of them got close to 200 views.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Well, let's see. We got some decent topics for tonight. Plus games for July, Sony acquisitions, rumors Sony acquisitions, that's kind of true, and Ghost of Tsushima news. But first off, what have we been playing? Who would like to go first? Snick or Waves? Up to you.
Let the boss man go first.
So Waves.
Alright, Waves, so you go.
We're
okay,
all
so
bosses around here, Waves.
We're all equal partners.
That's true.
This has nothing to do with what I'm playing right now, but my Republic Commando Platinum video is just a 15-second video of me getting the Platinum.
Okay.
It has 135 views on it.
Damn.
What he's
Maybe I
trying
should
to
start
say
doing
is
that.
he's basically a big deal. So
Trying
Yeah.
to say is I'm bigger than Snickle at this point. People are coming here to watch me now.
yeah, Waves is kind of a big deal. So he's the boss.
But let's see what I've been playing.
Man, I'm prepared again. What the fuck?
Also, I haven't been playing much. Just I played a little of Kingdom Hearts, and then Need for Speed Shift 2 with Snickle once more.
Alright.
And then a little bit of Devil May Cry 5. So not really that much, honestly.
Very nice, very nice. Snickle, what about you, bud?
Wait, before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Waves. I'm looking at his channel right now. He's got my favorite part of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the side quest when the guy's like, it's only a flesh wound, and he's got an axe sticking out of his head.
Oh,
Best thing in that game, and it's a freaking side quest. Fucking amazing.
literally that's my only favorite part of that game, honestly.
Man, I can't wait to get back into that game.
I don't know what happened with my PS5, but when I first uploaded videos straight from my PS5, the videos looked amazing. It was basically 4K 60 videos on YouTube.
And now it's
Now when I upload it from my PS5, it's 720p 30 FPS.
maybe
Now, you uploaded them straight from your PS5?
Yeah, because that's what I did with the first few, and it looked fucking amazing. So I was like, oh, they probably fixed it, but I guess PS5 is getting to its PS4 days, and you remember when the PS4 when it first started was fast and shit. Now it's getting all slow.
starting to die. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a setting. Maybe there's a recording setting that they changed in an update where because it was taking up too many. Because I'm assuming since it's recording, it's always using memory in the background and and storage. Because that's how the Elgato is. If I always have my Elgato running every time I play a game. That's why I used to be able to capture the shit that happens in games. But I haven't had. Side note, I haven't had weird shit happen in games in a really long time for some reason. I don't know why.
I think
Assassin's Creed 2 weeks ago with the horse and the guy's head.
that's like the first time I've ever had something like weird happen, but like I wouldn't even record that for like a shit that happens in games because the dude was just sitting on the horse weird. Like I have a shit that happens in games where I had like a bunch of shit that happened in like Odyssey, but like I haven't had anything happen in any games recently that's been like weird.
Look, Sickle. I could send you a shit ton of videos that happened to me with Jedi Fallen Order. Mm-hmm. Maybe all of your shit, all the shit that used to happen to you got transferred to me in some way, because I've just been having a bunch of shit happen to me.
I think it did, because I literally, ever since that Valhalla thing, like, before that, I haven't had anything happen. It's been the weirdest thing. Maybe that's why I've been enjoying games, because I haven't been breaking on me.
Sickle passed the curse on you, Waves.
That's crazy. But I was just looking at that Valhalla video was so fucking funny. That dude's just like, it's only a flesh wound, and like fucking axe in his forehead.
Like when you pull it out of his head, he just fucking dies.
Yeah, then he just dies, just dead, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
You see the name that I put for yeah, you get. I think you do get to keep it, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you keep the axe. No, I think you give it back to him, don't you? Because it's like they do that that Viking shit where they put it on his chest or whatever. I don't know.
I don't remember. I just remember him dying, and I kept the axe. But did you see the name I have for The Last of Us?
Hold on, I gotta go back down. All right, I'm to the channel. The Last of Us Platinum. Oh, the Last of Us Remastered. Wait, you gotta change Spider-Man to that too. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered Platinum.
Okay, let me change that real quick.
The remastered.
Right, well, he does that.
Okay, we're getting off track. Let me get back on the track because we gotta go. Well, wait, what week was last week? What was the date? 24th. Right.
Yeah.
So, I didn't play too much. So, like Wave said, we did Shift 2. I didn't earn any trophies yet, because I had earned all of my trophies other than the 2 like grindy trophies. So last week Waves and I started. I got Waves all the online trophies other than the 2 that I need, and then after that I spent what would you say, like Waves, maybe like an hour doing some calculations on how to get the King of the Hill trophy.
Yeah, calculations and not the other word.
Yeah, we'll say calculations here. I'm gonna keep it formal on this one, but yeah, I did some calculations, made an Excel file for the King of the Hill trophy. So Waves and I are probably about halfway through that, getting that done. It's just a pain in the ass because when we sign on our alt accounts, you have to do like the career event at the beginning, and it takes like 10 minutes. It's so fucking annoying. So. Yeah. We just like watch like videos or movies or something while we do it, just to like pass the time. But yeah, so we played Shift 2, got about halfway done King of the Hill. We probably have another hour or 2 left one night, and we'll get it done. Everything's been going pretty smooth. And then I've been playing.
I don't know, like what's it called? The quitting. It's been kind of fucky on us.
Yeah, so like what you do with this King of the Hill trophy, and in case anybody's wondering, is you have to like get accounts into like certain tiers. So basically there's like tiers to this, I forget what they call it, driver championship or duel championship or something. So there's like a third round, a second round, a quarterfinal, semifinal, final, and then championship. So there's like 5 different rounds or 6 different rounds that there are. And basically what you do is you create 6 alt accounts, and you get an alt account into each round. And then so that there's always somebody in that round, because like if you're in the quarterfinals, you need somebody else that's in the quarterfinals to be able to race them. You can't just race some random person. So you have to get an alt account into each one, but we are each getting an alt account into each one. But what you do is if you're in the quarterfinals and you want someone to beat you in the quarterfinals to go into the semifinals or finals or whatever would be after it, you would you would literally sign out of PSN right before the race is about to start up. It counts as a win for the one person, but it doesn't count as a loss for you, so you don't go down. Because if you lose, you go down a tier. So
okay.
It keeps you in your tier, and then it bumps up that other person up a tier. But if you don't quit out at the right time, or you don't disconnect at the right time, it actually will load you in and then give you a loss. So it's really funky. It's really funky. But I mean, we've had maybe 3 or 4 hiccups, but nothing to the extent of like having to completely start over. It's just getting the calculator back out and figuring out where people need to be and putting them back. So it's not been awful, but it's definitely something where like you need to know what you're doing before you go into it. Because
I hope it doesn't fuck up on us.
No, it won't. It won't.
I'm not sure if I can do that again.
Nah, it won't. Side note before I move on to other things. So, because I was playing a game with Cats today, and he sent me a forum post for there's a petition or something for them to fix the trophy in Need for Speed the Run, the King for a Day.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, you know how that's unobtainable? And people are like, I've been DMing or like contacting EA and like they're gonna fix this before the game goes down. And I'm like, yeah, good fucking luck with that one, bro. That shit's been down for like I don't even know how 7 years or something. Like that shit ain't coming back up within the next month. Come on now.
It would be funny if like they actually do fix it. Like it just took them the servers shutting down for them to finally fix that.
Well, it's actually so part of me is like they're not going to do it because it's been broken for so long, but there is part of me that's like they will fix it because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Bad Company 1 actually had an unobtainable trophy for years. Like literally 10 years it had an unobtainable trophy. Maybe not that long, but it was a long fucking time. And like out of nowhere, EA just fixed it. It was like the weirdest thing. I'm trying to figure out what the trophy is. It's like for uploading a photo or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's one for like uploading like a picture or a photo or something. Yeah, so it's take 3 pictures using image. Just I think that's what it is. It's something like that, and it basically was unobtainable for years, and they just fixed it out of the blue. I don't know if people were like harassing them or what, but yeah, they like randomly fixed it. So part of me is like, oh, they might because they typically are kind of good with customer service when it comes to that stuff. But like, if that shit's been broken for that long, they ain't fixing it a month before it goes down. Like they would have fixed it by now.
That's true.
So anyway, yeah, so Waves and I should have like one more night of Shift 2 and then we'll be done with that, which gets us done with all of the Need for Speed games that are getting shut down. So good on us, other than Waves doing Undercover, but I don't think he wants to put himself through that. So
yeah, no, you told me not to. So.
Yeah. I would not advise anybody to like ever play that game. By the way, that reminds me, because Katz and I were having this conversation the other day. I made a comment one time that I was like, I was going to make guides for this game, but I decided not to because I don't want anyone to play it. I think it was Need for Speed Undercover. Yeah, I think it was. So Katz is listening. That's the game, Katz. I'm pretty sure that's the game. But yeah, that'll get us done with all the Need for Speed games, which will then phase us into stage 2 of the server shutdown games coming up.
Would that be MLB The Show 19 first, or
no? We're gonna do so. Next is gonna be Max Payne 3, and then I'm going to do Grand Theft Auto 5. People are welcome to join me if they want to on the 3. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it with randoms. Nope. I don't fucking care. If anyone wants to do it, you can leave a comment below. But I'm doing it on the 3. So
I'm thinking of like doing it, then just getting what I can get done, just to get like the completion percentage done. But I'm also kind of like, why?
Well, that's what I was trying to explain to like you and Katz. Like, yeah, you guys technically can't get the run like a win trophy, but like you might as well get the heist stuff done to get the completion percentage up. And then while we're playing, there's always the possibility of like logging on every day and possibly coming across someone that can get you the trophy, because people are still earning the trophy. Like, it's not like the trophy is completely unobtainable. Like, I don't know how, but people are earning it. Like, if you go down
to... What do you have to do for that trophy again? Like, don't you have to run away while having like a bounty on or something?
You have to survive. You have to survive with a bounty on your head. So basically, there has to be a bounty put on your head, and then you have to survive the whole thing. And then when you survive, like, it gets taken off or something. I don't really know what happens. But the way you do it is you get a bounty on your head, and then you go to like your apartment and you just sit there. But they took the bounty system out because there was issues with people like exploiting it or something. And Rockstar said they were going to fix it, but they never did. But basically, like, hackers can put bounties on your head. So, yeah. There's still people earning the trophy. I have no fucking idea how they're doing it, but, like, I would rather do it with people I know, but if it comes down to it, I'm going to be doing the game with randoms. Like, either way, I'm going to be doing it because I want to get it done. It's on my list, so I want to get it done. But yeah, that's stage 2 of the server shutdowns, and hopefully the final stage for now because we don't have any other games. But
hopefully,
I mean, there'll be more that come up. But after we get done stage 2, we'll be going back to like random PS3 games. So stuff like BioShock 2 and all that will be getting done. But yeah, Waves and I played Shift 2. I put in so I started last week, and I made a little more progress in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Mastery challenges. I don't think I talked about these last week because I started it after we recorded the podcast. But they put the Mastery challenges in as like a free update, and to be fair, I would say that they're kind of difficult. Like, in relation to the rest of the game, they're extremely difficult, but like in relation to like actual games, like they are, I would say they're above average when it comes to difficulty. Which makes me happy, but like I wish they put them in the base game. Because so the way that the mastery challenges work is you go in, you're put into like almost like a an area on the map. They kind of set it up like like the Arkham like combat arenas and like the stealth arenas. They're kind of set up like with that in mind. Like they kind of put you in like an arena with like certain enemies, and there's 3 different tiers. There's like the trial of the bear, the trial of the wolf, and the trial of the raven. I think that's what they are. So the trial of the bear is always like a combat style challenge, and then trial of the wolf is always like an archer challenge, and then trial of the raven is always like a stealth challenge. But it's not just going in and like surviving. Like the last one I did was the last one that I can remember. It was like the Lollingstone Bandit Camp or something. But like the trial of the bear, which is the combat one, like you had to kill a certain amount of enemies by burning them, and you had to kill a certain amount of enemies by fall damage, and you had to do a certain amount of parries. So like, but it was the level was set up where you basically had to utilize every single enemy on the map in some way. So you either had to kill them with fire damage or by fall damage. Like you had to like maximize and utilize every single enemy in order to like get a gold medal.
That's a good idea though.
So it's almost like you can't be brain dead while you're playing it. You actually have to like figure out what the hell's going on and pay attention.
I like the idea of that.
Yeah,
actually,
it's actually really cool. I wish that they put it in like the base game, but what I like about it is like I especially like the Raven challenge, which is like the stealth challenge, because it feels like old AC. Like it feels like old AC games when you would go into like the churches and stuff, and you had to like sneak around and do all this stuff and like kill everyone, because the Raven challenge always has a challenge where you have to remain anonymous the whole time. So basically you have to beat the whole thing without being seen.
Oh, damn.
So it just gives that like old school vibe of AC of just like, being stealthy and stuff. But I really enjoy it. The ones that I don't like, I think, are the wolf ones, which are the bow and arrow ones, because some of them are stupid. Like the one I just did, you had to hit enemies in their weak spots and then kill them with headshots. And like the weak spots were just like stupid to hit sometimes. But I mean, I can say I'm somewhat enjoying them to an extent.
Well, that's good.
But I've done 2 of the 5 areas, so I'm almost halfway done.
Oh, very nice.
But I've just been taking my time. But most of my time this week has gone into MLB The Show 18, which I ended up getting the platinum in. Which,
hey, congratulations! How long did it take you after I got off from the stream that night?
So I got it at 3:21 a.m. exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that was like, shit, dude. That was like an hour. No, that's 20 minutes after, because you're an hour ahead of me. So yeah.
So when I was playing, what was I doing when you got off? Was I still doing retro mode?
Yeah, because I broke a bat like with one hit in retro mode.
Yeah, I moved over to retro mode, and I was getting pissed off over there, but I ended up getting it in retro mode. It just like, oh my god, it just pissed me off. Like that whole game was like easy sailing, and then you would think the easiest trophy in the game to break a bat, like you would do it 20 times. And I think I'm pretty sure I said that in my stream. Like, if there wasn't a trophy for this, I would have broken my bat a dozen times by now. But
oh yeah, out of the entirety of me playing that game, I broke my bat twice. Once during the Road to the Show, and then that one when I broke it in retro mode when I was just playing that retro game. Mm-hmm. That was it. Yeah, I broke it twice out of that platinum run. No.
Yeah, and I thought that I would have broken my bat like more times in Road to the Show just because, like, I don't know if you simmed a lot when you did like the fielding position, but like I played a decent amount of it.
Okay.
Like my first season, I played probably about 2/3 of it, maybe, and then I simmed a third so that like I wouldn't get bumped up into the MLB because people were saying like if you play the whole first season, you'll get bumped up in the off season in spring training. So you wouldn't get that one trophy. So I simmed like 2/3, and then I was like, oh, my stats are like, I basically like, I played, and then a little bit halfway through the season, I got bumped up into AAA, and then I played a few games to pad my numbers, my stats, and then I simmed the rest, because I was like, if I sim, my guy's going to fucking tank, and then I'll just stay in AAA. So I simmed, he kind of tanked, and then I went into the next season as a starter in AAA, and then I basically played every single game in AAA until I got called up to
all right.
to the majors. So I mean, it ended up working out because I got the trophy, but I couldn't believe I didn't break my fucking bat when I was playing Road to the Show. Like, god damn.
That one getting called up in the manager's office pissed me off the most. I had trouble with that one.
Yeah, I knew I was kind of in the clear when I simmed it, and when I started my second season, I was in AAA, starting in AAA. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I'm in the clear right now. Like, I have to get called up in this season in the in the manager's office.
I did it as like a closer or a pitcher, and then they moved me to a closer. I stayed a pitcher for. I got moved to AAA for second season. They kept me in as at one point, and then they put me to a closer. And I was like, all right. Mm-hmm. And then I simmed through, and they're like, oh, we're gonna put you as a closer. And just like at the fucking All-Star break, I'm like, oh damn it! And then I started playing all of my closer games because you're only in there for like an inning. And my stats were like, I had 0 ERA. I had like fucking 95 fucking strikeouts for half a season. And I got the thing like, oh, you're probably going to get called up to the major soon. And then the season ended. I'm like, I'm so glad I made a backup save just in case. And they didn't put me through to the majors until I start the next season, like 2 games after I start the next season.
Damn, like, that's lucky.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, that's so lucky.
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna get called up during the off season.
Yeah, that trophy is like stupid, but I mean, it's not the worst thing. Honestly, breaking the bat was worse than getting called up in the manager's office. But
oh yeah.
I mean, so I got that done, and then a majority of my other time of playing this week went to Operation 7 Showdown.
Okay.
Katz and I have been playing through that, and as of today, he and I are both in the same spot when it comes to trophies. That being, we need to finish dealing damage, which is basically like killing enemies. So we have to deal 100,000 damage. I'm at around, I think, like 90,000, and he's at like 97,000 or something. So within like 3 or 4 matches, we'll be done that. And then after that, the last trophy is just winning 100 matches. But you can actually like quit out of games for that to count. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. I was going to actually get that platinum before we did the podcast tonight, or before we started recording, but I just got caught up with stuff. So I wasn't able to finish that. But yeah, it's what a majority of my time is going to. I'll probably finish Operation 7 up on Sunday when I come back on stream, and then Waves and I can do Shift 2. But yeah, that's all I've been playing this week.
All right.
So yeah, definitely a lot, and I'm excited in the future to like get into some of these older PS3 games. I'm actually kind of excited.
That's good.
So, what have you been up to, Brian?
Well, speaking of PS3, I finally plugged in my PS3 that I bought off eBay about a month and a half ago.
Nice.
My Super Slim. It's so nice to actually be playing on a PS3 that doesn't sound like it's ready to commit suicide.
Were you playing on a Slim before?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
but Yeah, but not a super slim. So
yeah, I'm not a fan of the slim. I had the slim for the longest time, and I started to have an issue with my slim where every time I put a disc in, I would have to lift it up so that it like faced the sky for it to like read the disc. Like something was going wrong with the disc reader, and I looked up like things online, and people were like, that's how you get it to work. And I thought these people were fucking crazy when I heard it, but then I tried it and it worked, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So like I literally had to do that every time I started a game. Once the game started, it was fine, but like I had to do that to start it. And also I was dealing with like a 120 gig, which was like kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm on 500 gig.
I can hit you with something better, Snickle. My OG fat PS3 from like 2008.
Yeah.
I was at one point it stopped shooting out the discs, and I had to
use a screwdriver
hit
every time.
The top. I had to hit the top of the PS3 and then press it again, and then it would come out.
You know the best way to do it, Waves? You get like a playing card and you put it in the disc drive, and then you hit the eject button and the disc will come out.
No, I tried all that. I had to hit the top.
Damn, you had to Fonzie this shit.
You had to give that shit a love tap.
And then it would eventually start working, but then eventually that PS3 died, and then I got this Slim, and this Slim has been good to me so far. So
this was my second Slim, and well, that's my second Slim. The Super Slim is way better. I
had the fat one from like 2008 till like 2016. I want to say is when it finally died.
Mm-hmm. I got my fat boy about that time. So
I got the Slim in 2016. So
yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. People hate on that Super Slim, but once you get it,
it's so nice.
That shit is nice, especially if you get the one with 500 gigs.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god, that you don't have to worry about. I hate that about like like any PlayStation, like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I haven't opened the. Well, I guess we can get to it, but I haven't opened the PS5 yet. But I know it does that. But like, I hate when you have to put the disc in and it has to suck that shit in, and then you got to press it, then it has to like push it. I love the top loading of the Super Slim, being able to just press that button and the little tray just slides over to the side. That thing is so nice.
Well, when I started up the Super Slim, I put the game The Darkness 2, which is the game I started this week. I put it in there, and I was like, I thought I shut it all the way. I'm like, man, it's not reading my disc. I'm like, oh, I forgot to shut it all the way. Just touched it, like, oh, there it goes. Get myself a heart attack.
I have done that before too. Common Super Slim problem there, but
yep. I'm like, it gave me a small heart attack because I'm like, don't tell me this fucking thing's broke.
The only thing I know about the Super Slim was that like 15 gigabyte one that like came out at the tail end of the PS3.
Well, yeah, because so I think that size Super Slim was trying to compete because there was like a similar Xbox that was like the same thing. I think they were selling like an Xbox 360, like whatever. I don't think it was called like a Super Slim, but you know how they had like, I don't know why they always do that with consoles. Like right before they're about to kill them, they make like these like super sleek, like super good looking ones. Like, have you guys seen like the last iteration of the 360?
Yeah,
like,
it looks really nice.
That shit is slick, but like they made one that was like 20 gigs or something. Like same thing with the Super Slim. I don't know if they were like, that had to have been like aiming at like a budget person, because that thing had to have cost like what, $150 when it was new, 200
probably.
But don't get that 20 gig one, Waves, if you ever look at them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to find a Super Slim eventually, I think. But I'm good with my Slim right now. But
oh, that's good.
I haven't had any issues with it, and every Slim that I've ever seen has never broken down. So.
So you said you started the Darkness 2, Brian?
Yes, I started the Darkness 2.
Do you like it?
Yes. I like the first Darkness game. I remember playing that one.
I was just about to say that. Have you played the first one? So
yes.
I remember playing the first one. Now, granted, I don't know about you. I don't know how old you were. I was kind of young at the time. I forget when it came out, but I was younger. Definitely wasn't old enough to buy the game. And I remember playing it. My friend had it for 360. We played it, and That game was fucking creepy, but awesome. But creepy.
Let's see, when did that come out? The Darkness video game. There it is.
The Darkness
2007.
is a dank.
2007.
The Darkness is a dank fucking game.
Yeah.
I was 19 when it came out.
I'd have been 2007. I've been 12.
99.
I am 12. But I remember playing when I went into the second one, because I bought the second one like back when I was collecting PS3 games, and I've played it. I just felt like it wasn't as scary. Like, it was more actiony. It felt like than the first one.
I like the first one better. I do admit that.
I don't think the Darkness games were going for scary though, were they?
The first one kind of was like, I wouldn't say scary, but like it wasn't as actiony. I feel like the second one's way more actiony, and like you don't even have to use like your powers.
Because I think they were always trying to go for a more action route rather than
Well,
I was 10 when that game came out.
I just remember the first one being kind of creepy.
Yeah, the first one was kind of creepy. I like the second one. I like using the powers.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm close to the platinum in Knockout City, actually.
Nice.
I'm about 15 trophies away.
Nice.
So a little bit more grinding. And then I got the platinum in MLB The Show 18.
Hey. We making moves this week on that game.
Hell yeah. No, that game's back on the shelf, and I'm waiting to start Max Payne. Pretty much. I'm just going to be playing anything on my backlog until you guys are ready for Max Payne.
Yeah, we'll probably start that on like Monday or Tuesday next week.
That sounds good.
Depending if Waves and I can finish shift 2, which we should be able to in one night.
I'm off work on Monday. I'm just saying.
Hey, okay. We may have to
Monday.
Get some.
Despite shift 2 being done, we could just start Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Shit.
So
early boost going.
I'm looking through the Darkness 2, the guys who made it, Digital Extremes.
They made Warframe.
I was just about to say that. So they made Warframe. They also made Homefront and Star Trek on the PS3, and they made a game called Sword Coast Legends.
Well, we won't blame them for Warframe. We won't talk about that.
I don't think Warframe's a bad game. It's just not a game for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Homefront, y'all could have did better. Y'all could have kept the online going a little bit longer.
I don't think that's up to them, though. Honestly.
No. And then Star Trek, I know people who like that, so. I never heard of Sword Coast Legends, though.
Yeah, apparently the servers went down. I was looking at it, but. Well, so that's all you've been up to, Brian?
Yes, for this week.
Nice.
Alright, what we got? Did you guys pick up any games?
Alright,
Nope.
I didn't pick up any games, but I did pick up a PlayStation 5, so I mean...
You talked about that last week.
Talked about that last week, though.
I know, but I didn't pick it up last week. I actually got it this week.
Oh, okay.
So I got it. So I actually got it on Wednesday, like paid for it, but then I actually got it on Friday. So it's sitting,
nice.
It's sitting right there, still in the box.
I can't see where you're pointing.
Over there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You don't see it
now
over
I
there?
See. Now I see. Now I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have. Man, I got a love-hate thing for it right now, because, like, I should pull it out and plug it up and, like, set it up, but, like, I don't got shit to play on it, so what's even the point?
I told you I was sending you a game.
Well, I have, like, Godfall and stuff, but, like, we have all these PS3 games to play that, like...
Hey, I got a fresh copy of Ratchet and Clank, still in a wrapper.
Yeah, I gotta send Waves Plague's Tale first.
Well, now there's no point in that. So.
There's no point. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want a physical? All right, cool.
Oh, no, you're right. Send it over.
Waves, you pick up anything?
No, I'm poor, so.
Okay. And I picked up Godfall for the PS5.
Nice.
And I did order that Japanese cover for Infamous.
Damn.
It's sitting in a Japanese warehouse right now because of some kind of disease that kept spread, so I'm waiting for it to get sent to the U.S.
The disease or the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
The big
but,
C.
thankfully that's already in the U.S., so...
Yeah.
The big C? I feel it.
So, and the guy who sent it to me already sent me a message like, hey, I know it's going to be late. He's like, but as soon as you get it, send me a message so I know you got it. I'm like, alright, I got you, Chief.
Nice.
That's all I picked up. Anything new for the server shutdown, Snickle?
Nah, same stuff. So Operation 7, August 1st, MLB The Show 17, August 8th. If you guys want to know how to do the multiplayer, go check my video out. Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Shift, Need for Speed Shift 2, Need for Speed The Runs, all going down on August 31st. Max Payne 3 going down on September 16th. Grand Theft Auto 5 Shark Cards going down September 16th, and Grand Theft Auto 5 going down December 16th. I also want to make note that apparently Fuse got fucked up somehow. It's unobtainable. And EA said they don't fucking care, so that's cool. And yeah.
You know, that hurts my feelings by EA, so they're gonna make me start a new account, even though I don't have Fuse on my account.
I don't know if they said like fuck it. This is just what Alex told me on the stream the other day, that I guess people complained and they said that they weren't gonna fix it because they were intending on shutting it down, but they just forgot to tell people. Which I don't know how the fuck you do that, man. Like, how do you forget to send out an update that you're shutting your server down?
Like, what's it called? A intern forgot to send down the message.
Yeah,
I'm surprised because EA is usually good about all that.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. And like, if they didn't send an update and they admitted that they didn't, why didn't they just extend it and say like, oh, sorry, we goofed. You have 3 months or even like 2 weeks, like at least sometime. That's just crazy. But yeah, I complained about this years ago, not with EA, but like devs in general, like shutting servers down. Like, no one's got a problem shutting servers down. Just fucking tell people when you're gonna do it. Don't just like wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm flipping the switch.
Fuck that server.
You know what? Server. I feel like being a bitch today.
You know what? I'm fucking this up because there's 2 people playing it. But yeah, so apparently Fuse is messed up. I would have to do some research. I didn't really do research on it because I kind of just remembered. Let me look it up real quick. There's probably forum posts about it, but they said EA Origins is not working, but like, so basically the EA Origins accounts aren't linking to the game is what's happening.
Okay.
And then someone sent a screenshot of Fuse, and someone from EA posted and said, I'm afraid this has happened. This has been investigated and unfortunately confirmed to be intentional. The online services for Fuse were discontinued on June 1st of this year for all platforms. We are currently working with our partners to discover why this wasn't communicated on the sunset page at this time. I do apologize for the inconvenience caused. I mean, to be fair, like EA should like take a step back and put them back up and tell people. That message was sent out 2 weeks ago just for frame reference. So,
what is the multiplayer trophy for this?
So there's trophies for completing a mission with 2, 3, or 4 players. There's a trophy for completing all missions with 2, 3, or 4 players. There's a trophy for where is it? Perform a stealth takedown on 2 enemies at once in a co-op game, and stealth takedown 4 enemies at once in a 4-player co-op game. There's also a trophy. There's 2 trophies: complete 6 waves on a single map with 2+ players, and complete 12 waves on a map with 2+ players. Apparently those are, you can't get those through split screen. I thought you could, because There's other ones too. There's like getting 5 stars on all echelon missions with 2+ players, which are basically like the horde mode, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I was playing this game with somebody, but they just fucking went MIA, so cool. And then it became a meme, and now it's down, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the ones that say 2+ players, you should be able to do those in split screen, if there even is split screen, because if you notice, some of them say you have to complete missions in co-op, but then these ones say complete a single map with 2+ players. So like, I don't know. I haven't investigated it, but like, people haven't earned the trophy, so I don't think it's possible.
Bottom line, kids, get your PlayStation 3 trophies.
Yeah, facts.
Do it now.
Yeah. And minor side rant for like 2 minutes.
Go.
Can someone answer me why a trophy guide for Army of Two: The 40th Day was approved and put on PSNP?
Oh, I know.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Because PSNP is full of dumb fucks. What's wrong with dumb fucks?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's the nicest way to say it.
Well, I can't say other words because then we'll get banned.
Well, okay, this is what I don't understand. So first of all, I may be a little biased here, but like, we made a guide for Zombie Army Trilogy and it got shot down twice because we didn't provide enough information for the single player, which I didn't know that we were supposed to make wikis for trophy guides, but apparently that's a thing. You gotta put the wiki information on the trophy guide because you gotta let these brain dead trophy hunters know exactly what you need to do to beat the mission to get the trophy. So that's number one that pissed me off. Number two, apparently whoever made this fucking Army of Two guide completely fucked information up.
Did they really?
Yeah, so there's people in the comments of this guide, and you guys can go check it out. It's on the recent guides, and people are just saying for like writing this for a long. So this guy makes a good comment. Writing a guide for a long since impossible plat is what I find misguided in this effort. But if the people who got the Masks trophy almost 10 years ago really were here in 2021, then more power to the guide writer. But then there's people going on saying that the guide has incorrect information about glitch trophies and completely misguided for one single trophy. And then he notes that the biggest platinum stopper wasn't even described in the guide itself. So so basically what I'm trying to get at is we got shot down because we didn't provide enough information about the single player because we didn't want to what's the word I'm looking for? Spoil it, because people are here for the trophies. So I don't want to actually spoil the single player. Yet you have somebody uploading a guide for a game that's been unobtainable for 10 years and it's completely misguided. Sure.
Jeez.
Sure, go right ahead. Do your thing. Do your fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't understand these people.
No. Not one bit.
That in and of itself just makes me say, like, I already said I'm not writing guides for PSNP anymore. Like, the fact this guide team has switched, I don't know if people listening know this, but the guide team at PSNP switched a while back. It completely switched, like all new people. And basically they want you to, which I can understand to an extent, they want you to write the guide for a newborn baby. They want you to write the guide for somebody that has never played a video game before in their life, so that you can pick a controller up and say, oh, this is what I do to get the platinum. And I fucking made a skit about this, or it was like, I went off the dome the other day, a skit on how to pull the disc out of your case on stream the other day, because like that's basically what PSNP wants you to do. Step 1, buy the game. Wow, I wouldn't have known that. I was actually planning on stealing it. Is that an acceptable step 1? Step 2,
sure.
Open the game up and put the disc in your console. But like,
I got a question already.
But what if I don't own the console? So how do I put the disc in the console?
How did you buy the game?
Well, exactly. Where do you buy it from? Like, do I buy?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do I buy it from GameStop? Do I buy it from Target? Do I buy it from Amazon? Do I buy it
do
from
do I use cash? Do I use credit?
Yeah.
Do I gotta use? Okay.
Do I trade it in? Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like, they want you to be so anal about some of this stuff, and like, obviously, we're joking about like shit like this, but like, that's how they want you to treat the trophies. Like, they want you to break it down step by step, which I can understand to an extent. You're making a guide for something, you should kind of help people to get it. That's the whole point. And if you know a strategy to get it that's easier, you should share it. But like, when we're talking about a trophy that's like beat this chapter, like, beat the fucking chapter. I'm not gonna walk you through, like, you're gonna walk down the hallway for 25.5 steps, and then you're gonna take a left. There's gonna be 20 zombies there. You should headshot all of them to get this done the most efficient way as possible. If you hit a body shot, just restart the chapter. You're fucking retard. Okay, now that we walk down that hallway, you're gonna take a right. You're gonna throw a grenade. You're gonna blow 10 zombies up. If you only blow 9 up, restart the chapter. You're not going fast enough. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, they literally, and I'm exaggerating here because in the comments they were like, oh, just give a general, like, when the trophy will pop. The trophy pops when you beat the chapter. That's what we said. Beat the fucking chapter. It's not rocket science. Beat the chapter. I'm not going to spoil what the story is. Beat the fucking chapter.
Oh, shit.
And you're going to be watching a collectible guide when you're playing through, so, like, what does it matter? And then there's, like, comments about, like, well, the rarity, well, there's horde-based trophies, but the rarity for this horde map is different than this horde map. So, like, you should explain why. People are retarded? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's literally a horde map. It's not my fault that half of the players decided to play this one and not this one. Like, I can't help that, okay? I can't help that. I'm not going to explain that in a description. Like, what?
Maybe some people like that horde map more than other.
I don't know. Again, I'm exaggerating, obviously, for entertainment, but, like, it really just, like, rubbed me the wrong way, and, like, I will not be writing guides for PSMP anymore because it is a trophy guide. It's not a wiki.
Right.
And for me to now finish the Zat guide that we wrote, I don't know, a year ago, I have to download the game again and fucking play through it myself because I don't remember exactly how the story is laid out. So
that's just like new age trophy thing now in general, honestly.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't even remember, like, necessarily when it started, but that's how everything is. It's hold my hand through this, hold my hand through that, and, like, I just don't believe in that stuff. Like, yeah, I make guides. Yeah, I make how to platinums. But if you guys listen to my how to platinums, the first step is you will earn X amount of trophies if you just naturally play through the game. Play the fucking game any way you want to play it. You're going to earn these trophies. Like, I don't understand why PSMP and the guide raiders can't grasp that concept. Like, if you literally sit down and beat the game, no matter how you play it, you could play it with your fucking toes. Beat the game, you'll earn the trophies. Matter of fact, your dog could play the game for you and earn the trophies. Just beat the game. Like, you don't have to do anything crazy. Now, if it's a trophy related to a more difficult thing, a different difficulty, a random trophy, a grind, something like that, sure, I'll break it down exactly how to do it. Step by step, I'll tell you how to do it. Anything, like, story-based? No, I'm not. Why? That's a waste of time. Who's gonna read it? Nobody. Who's gonna pull up the Zat guide and be like, okay, let me pull it up right now. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this game called Zombie Army Trilogy, and there's this trophy called Hell on Earth. That's it. And I really don't know how to get that one. Successfully complete Purgatory. Oh, wow, it's almost like that's a story-related trophy that you'll just naturally get. Okay, rant over. I'm done. Let's move on.
All right. Time for the meat and potatoes of the podcast.
Nice. Meat and potatoes.
My favorite.
Yum. This one will be a pretty quick one. PlayStation Plus games for July were announced today. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, WWE, what was it? Battlegrounds.
Yep.
and A Plague Tale of Innocence. I'm excited for A Plague Tale of Innocence, and it made sense because the new one's coming out in a couple months. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of... I bought that game day one. I never played it just because, time.
I heard really good things about it.
It's a dope game because it's more of a puzzle-solving game than... it doesn't really have combat. So
all right.
You really have to utilize whatever tools you have and like kind of be stealthy and stuff, and then the whole like adding the rats on is like a whole different. So it's kind of a cool idea.
So looks like one of the million Last of Us like games.
Yeah, I mean that is the premise behind it. I guess you could say is like that, but like. It's cool that you don't really I think there is like some sort of like there's not like actual combat, but I think there's ways to like take people down. But
yeah, I think you like knock them out with a rock or something like that.
Yeah, I think you have like a rock on a string and you can like smack them in the head or something. But there's no like there's no like actual combat. Everything's kind of like puzzle or like stealth based. So it's kind of cool.
All right. Well, I believe that A Plague Tale is going to be a PS5 game actually. So the version they're giving.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's actually nice.
Yeah, that's the PS5 version. There you go, Snickle, your first PS5 game.
No, I'm making myself suffer through Godfall.
We all know it's just gonna be Valhalla again.
I'm not, dude. I'm not playing Valhalla for like 5 years.
No, you're gonna use that wonderful how to cross save guide on PSNP.
I will jump out of a 10-story building before I do
that. I don't believe you.
AKA, I will never use that. I would rather die than cross-save it, okay?
Alright,
I've got integrity. I have a reputation to keep, okay?
Let's see. Snickle already has WWE Battlegrounds. He got that from a fan.
I did get that as a Christmas gift from somebody, and I should play it, honestly.
You should.
Does it have multiplayer?
No, I don't think it does. It's only a 100%. It doesn't have a platinum.
Gross.
Right, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 4. That's Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I always forget how rare like a lot of the Call of Duties are.
Well, they've
how many people buy it.
Yeah, that is part of it. Is how many people buy it. But to be
fair, they're actually kind of hard to get, like the plats.
I was gonna say that, like, ever since like the PS4 ones, other than obviously like some remasters and stuff, they've all been kind of difficult. Like Ghost is I would say like average. It has the extinction mode, but it isn't awful. But then like AW, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, other than like, I feel like all the Treyarch ones kind of, because like there was like the Modern Warfare like reboot that was apparently easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
And then, but I'm trying to think, I don't even know like what Cold War's at.
But like World War II, and I think Cold War's
at like 4%.
So that's ultra rare. Yeah.
World War II's at 1 point. I completely forgot about World War II, but yeah, I mean, they've all been, ever since like PS4, they've been kind of like rarity wise, they've been kind of rare. And to be fair, like even back on the PS3, some of them are like pretty rare.
Yeah, like if isn't it W3 ultra rare?
Yeah, so I'm looking through them right now. So it's weird because like ones like COD Classic are like an 11%, which like that's probably the hardest one on the PS3. Like COD Classic and World at War are probably the hardest, and neither one of them are ultra rare. Then you have MW2, which is an 8%. You have Black Ops 1, which is a 4% because of zombies. MW3 is a 4.26, which doesn't make sense to me. Black Ops 2 is a 0.96, partially because of zombies and the unobtainable. And then that's basically PS3. I don't really count Ghosts in PS3 because it's like a cross. But I mean, yeah, they're all kind of like they're all kind of respectable platinums, and I'm like, eventually when I get to my PS3 Call of Duties, like I am kind of excited. I haven't played a Call of Duty in like a hot minute, so I'm kind of excited to play them. And like I know that you, like the three of us and someone else we got to figure out who, but I'm assuming we're gonna do like zombies and stuff for all and extinction and everything for all the other ones. So
yeah, I'd love to do that.
Oh, we're playing Call of Duty. Oh yeah, I mean, we bought Ghosts a while back.
Yeah, I mean, not like now, but like eventually. But like, if you guys want to do like, you guys want to do like Black Ops 1 and stuff at some point, you know?
I say we do
someone to
Ghosts.
do those Modern Warfare 2 missions.
Dude, I need to do... We can try them. It's going to be laggy as fuck. We can try them. I tried to do them with Andrew and they were laggy. I mean, we can try to connect and do them. You can connect, but it's awful. If not, I mean... I may try to do them solo, or like there is a method where like you split screen it and you basically play with like one controller, and then if you go down you pick the other one up and play with that one. So
I hate myself as a kid because I actually got really close to getting all those stars, but then I forget what I did, but I basically just deleted my save data. And I was so close. I was like 1 or 2 stars away, I think.
I think I'm in like I have like only a few more to get at 3-star, or what, I think it's 3 stars, right?
Yeah, every single one 3 stars.
Yeah, I think I only have like a few more to get, but and that's a game that I like played back in 2010, put down, picked back up to do the multiplayer, put it down, picked back up again, or I picked back up to finish it, put it down, and then I picked it back up in like 27. I've picked it up like 3-4 different times. So
how do we always get back to PS3?
Because PS3 is the best console.
PS2.
But no, I mean, I'm down to do the whenever. I mean, we can do them whenever, but like I'm definitely gonna try to push to do them when I get to the C's on my list, which will be soon. So we can do like I can help you guys with like World at War, and then we can do Black Ops 1 and Waves, did you do MW3?
I was supposed to do it with someone, but then that didn't happen. So
well, you can do it with Brian. I have all the DLC on my account. I don't know if you have it.
No, yeah, I don't. I'll have to get it for you.
I have like the Ultimate Edition. Or no? Yeah, I think it comes with the game because it's like the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it, Brian, if you want.
I don't care. We'll figure everything out. We'll make a list. And we'll make another list.
Yeah, because I think we'll make. Because I'll probably only do the Call of Duties that are on my list.
Well, there's
aside from Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I mean, on the PS3, there's only a few. You have, if you're not counting doing stacks, which I would not stack Call of Duty games. You have COD Classic.
You should stack Black Ops 3, right?
The only ones I would stack is like I would do MW2 Remastered. I would only do like the remasters. I wouldn't do Ghosts. I wouldn't do AW. I wouldn't do Black Ops 3. I wouldn't do Cold War twice. Like I would literally do it only like if it was remastered.
Yeah, so I have Black Ops 1. I have Classic also, but I have Classic, Black Ops 1, Cold War, Declassified, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Ghosts, and Modern Warfare 2. And Modern Warfare 3. So
I mean,
those would probably be the only ones I do.
You ain't trying to do like AW and IW with us?
Maybe IW, just because I want to see how that game is.
You don't want to do World War II?
I don't. Maybe World War II also, since they gave that one for free. But
well, yeah, like
I don't know about AW.
4, like Black Ops 4 is kind of sus because of the Battle Royale.
Yeah, I don't know about Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 3.
I played a little bit of that on the PC because they gave it to me for free, and I didn't like it much. So
yeah, I mean, I would be down for all them. But like PS3 only has like COD Classic, World at War, MW2, Black Ops, MW3, Black Ops 2. It only has 6 games if you don't count stacks, which isn't like awful. I can't believe only 6 games came out on the PS3 for Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, a good chunk of them didn't have trophies, so
yeah, I was gonna say,
like Call of Duty 2 didn't have one, Call of Duty 3 didn't have it,
MW
didn't have it. Yeah.
I guess it would have started in like what 2007, 2008. When did World at War come out? 2008, November 2008. Okay, yeah. So, bro, I played the fuck out of World at War on the Wii.
I never got to play World at War.
World at War, I love World at War. I'm excited to go back. I think it's partially because I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but I'm kind of excited. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Black Ops 4.
All right. All right. move on to the next topic. PlayStation acquires Housemarque Studios. Hell yes.
Is this like official? I remember.
Yes, it's official.
Yeah, this is official.
These two topics kind of go hand in hand. The next two we're talking about. That's why.
Okay, we can segment into the next one.
All right. Basically, PlayStation acquires Housemarque. That was the announcement, but Japan Twitter account, I believe it was, put up "Welcome to the family to the PlayStation family, Bluepoint Games," and actually put up the Bluepoint, and like how PlayStation has their little logo of like every studio that has like a big game, and they even put the Demon Souls logo or character in there, so it's pretty much official, but it's not like announced yet that Sony has bought Bluepoint Games already.
I mean, for Housemarque, that's about time, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
They've basically only been making PlayStation games, and they've always been there since like the very beginning for every console, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Waze were talking about this before the podcast, and before you got on, Nickel. People were trying to compare Sony buying Housemarque and Bluepoint to Bethesda or Microsoft buying ZeniMax.
Who the fuck was saying that?
It's just like stupid people. They're like, "Oh, I thought Jim Ryan wasn't into buying their way into the industry." Like, bro, they've had years of partnerships with these people. They were basically already like just PlayStation Studios.
Yeah. These people got
it's only two
damage.
People. It's like this is only two studios, and one of them is known for mostly making remakes. Like,
right.
Chill, my guy. This is not the same as buying Bethesda.
Look, Housemarque just put out their first AAA title.
Like whoever's saying that, like they got major brain damage, and I actually got a little tilted today. I was gonna say we could talk about this as a point. I got a little tilted just because like I know we talked about it last week with how Xbox was saying like Bethesda games were gonna be exclusive to Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading something today that apparently like Battlefield 2042, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Apparently that shit is gonna be like they're gonna have shit with the Xbox or something, and people were like, Xbox is killing PlayStation this generation. I'm like, first of all, y'all in the fucking red. Y'all been in the red. Like if Xbox didn't have Microsoft backing it, you would have nothing. Like you literally have daddy money. Like calm down.
That's all it is. And they're only doing that because Call of Duty has the fucking deal with fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, it's just so irritating. Like, I'm so tired of these fanboys, like, jerking off these companies that, like, literally don't care if you buy their games or if you don't. But, like, now you're sitting here like, well, Xbox One, and it's like, first of all, like, we're not even a year in, so shut the fuck up.
Just more PS5s out there than Xbox Series X.
And second of all, like, Xbox wouldn't be able to do this shit without dad's money. So, like, you're not winning anything. Like, PlayStation is buying these because guess what? They are making money, and they're making rational decisions and investments, and not just saying, hey, I got $7 billion from dad. He said I could go buy ZeniMax. Like,
right.
Shut up.
Daddy gave me the blank checkbook. There you go.
I honestly like the buying of Housemarque way more than like Bethesda, if Sony had bought Bethesda or anything like that, because Housemarque, they make fun games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're one of the few people that actually makes fun games, rather than all this has to be grounded or whatever.
And see, like,
like they pushed the medium forward, so I'm way more happy about them buying them than fucking if they had just bought fucking Skyrim.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm happy because the way Sony buys their studios is every studio they buy is like, you know, they make connections with these people. It's slow growth. Insomniac, that was the last one they bought before Housemarque. But what they did Sunset Overdrive for Xbox, And then they did what? Fuse it was waves?
Yeah,
Fuse,
Fuse was
yeah, Fuse, that was multiplat. That's it. Everything else was PlayStation. Housemarque, PlayStation. Bluepoint Games, they did stuff for like the ports for Titanfall and
they did the God of War stuff too.
Yeah, and Metal Gear Solid. But everything else has been remakes. These all make sense for Sony. And Bluepoint has said too, they want to make their own AAA game. I'm excited to see what they can come up with because I see how they do the remakes and they're fucking phenomenal looking. So I'm excited for them as well.
Yeah, that's one thing about them buying Bluepoint is if they're just buying Bluepoint to just make remakes for them, then I think that's a stupid buy on their part. Mm-hmm. If they're buying Bluepoint to make remakes and to also make their own brand new IPs,
then that's awesome.
That's
I'm
awesome.
all for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of Bluepoint. So the Demon Souls remastered technically it's a remake, is phenomenal.
That's a remake.
Yeah.
I just like I like Sony's direction because they kind of dip their toes in before they go like all out. Like if you look at all the like Housemarque, a majority of Housemarque games have only been on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like you're buying some company that has like they have IPs, but like we're not talking like Doom and Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like we're literally talking like Dead Nation, Resogun.
Well,
like,
I think
fun games that are fun to play. Like,
well, I think they don't even own those IPs. I think Sony owns those.
Well, you know what I mean. Like they develop those games, but it's just like I don't know. I'm fine with. At the end of the day, I'm fine with anyone buying anything, but like the whole daddy money thing is like what like irritates me because Sony is making investments where Microsoft is just saying, "Yeah, I'm doing it for the fuck of it," like because we have indisposable income because of our parent company. Like it's just so like I don't know.
Well, there was that one rumor that Bluepoint was making Bloodborne 2, so
I mean that would be kind of dope.
And
there's that rumor where they're making Metal Gear Solid also. So.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. So we don't know yet. But
wait, who knows what they're doing?
I'm looking at the Housemarque games, and then the popular games are on the side. Sorry, side note again. Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4 just crossed Grand Theft Auto 3, or Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3. Owner-wise,
wow,
that's kind of crazy.
And if anybody says like Sony didn't buy Bluepoint Games, this was under official Twitter, Japanese one. There's no reason why. That is a big mistake then, if Sony put that out, same Bluepoint Games. And it was like their logo, Demon Souls on there, it was everything.
It's kind of weird that they don't just go out and say
say it now. Yeah.
Like, they should have just announced it next to the Housemarque Studios one, but...
Like, somebody thought they'd do like Housemarque, the PlayStation event, yeah.
Yeah, for the PlayStation event, because not Housemarque, Bluepoint actually is working on like something big, and that's when it will be announced.
They're going to announce it. Like, our newest studio acquisition, Bluepoint Games, has been making this.
Yeah, so all we can do is wait to see. But
yep.
I mean, what I would like to see from Bluepoint, I think we talked about this like months ago, is I would like to see them continue to make remakes to an extent, but also to make their own games. Like, I think the perfect way to structure like a game developer is you let them figure out what the narrative is going to be for like a new IP, and while the top dogs are doing all that, you have all the other people remaking a game, and by the time the narrative is complete and like ironed out, then they can start developing the world for the new game, and then you kind of just like go in that cycle of like making a new game, and then while the next new game IP is being thought of, there's a remake in the works. Like, I don't know. I do like I like remakes to an extent because it's almost like it's a refresh of what was, but it's also like it almost is a new experience to an extent, which is like I think it's kind of fun.
But I would like them to do, if they do some remakes, make it like older games, that like older PS3 stuff. Like,
I would love to see remakes of like PS2 games. Like games that weren't HD brought to HD. Like, I would love that. Even though like Shadow of the Colossus was on the PS3, but like them just completely redoing it on the PS4 is crazy. Demon Souls was like early PS3. Like they ported like the God of War games before. Like I would love to see like, you know, PS2 games get remade. Like I would love to see like God of War 1, 2, Chains of Olympus, and Ghosts of Sparta running in the God of War 3 like remastered engine.
I would love to actually them to bring back PlayStation All Stars actually, because Bluepoint did work on that.
Listen, I already know Sony's strategy now.
What's their strategy?
And we're going to see, and this will kind of tie into our next topic, is the Ghost of Tsushima thing. This is Sony's strategy. They're going to put out their big banger game. So Spider-Man or God of War or whatever. And then in that same universe, they're going to sell another $40 game that's cheaper and smaller.
But still fun.
And then but still fun. And it's building on the base mechanics. So like that will give them time to still work on the bigger games. That's what I think Sony's strategy is, because there's this Ghost of Tsushima thing that got leaked recently, and that's obviously going to be the holdover for the Ghost of Tsushima 2 game,
right?
While Miles Morales was very obviously the holdover for Marvel's Spider-Man 2,
right? And
so I'm thinking that's what,
yeah.
So I'm thinking that's what Sony's strategy is now. I mean,
I
get your big banger game out, and then have a smaller game, more under the radar. Well, not really under the radar, but not as expensive. Kind of like just asset flipping it, but still making it a new experience.
And then,
I think that's a smart way to do it, because it's almost like giving someone like the first course and then like feeding them dessert right after.
Exactly.
And like you don't have to do too much for that. Like, you know, you're like you said, they're basically asset flipping, changing a few colors up, changing an environment or something, adding a few new abilities, and boom, you have a new game running on the same engine and everything. Not like you don't need you've already done the R&D, so you're literally just putting a new idea together, and then while that's out, it gives you time to work on the next thing.
Like, Miles Morales was fun as shit, so yeah. New Ghost of Tsushima, and Ghost of Tsushima is actually getting a director's cut, right?
Yeah,
I heard
it's been approved by the ESRB, but this is funny because Death Stranding is also getting a director's cut. So it's most likely that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be a PS5 as well.
That would be cool.
Well, I mean, that's I feel like that's obvious that it was going to be PS5. Yeah. Like, what are they? They're just going to sell you Ghost of Tsushima again on the PS4, but this time you don't have to download the multiplayer. You know, like,
shit, I mean, they used to do that on the PS3, you know?
Yeah, remember Devil May Cry all the time?
Well, Devil May Cry, there's historical consistency to it, you know?
True.
With PlayStation, it's no.
I don't know. I do like the idea of like mini games in between, because like I feel like that's something that's been missing. I think we've talked about it like previously, how, you know, back in the PS2 days, you would see games get cranked out left, right, and center for like, you know, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas get cranked out like year back to back to back, or like even the old God of War games get cranked out back to back to back, and they're essentially all running the same engine, same assets and everything, just a few tweaks, new abilities. I mean, that's basically what they're doing between like Spider-Man and then Miles Morales. Is it's the same game tweaking a few things, and then you have a whole new game. I would love to see them just do that, and not even like do it like in between, like with one game. Like you could do it as like a trilogy using the same engine, the same assets, and then you're only putting a little bit of time in, and it gives you time in between. Because like I would have loved to have more experience in a game like God of War 2018 or Ghost of Tsushima, like a whole new game that just uses those same mechanics and that same world and those same assets and that same combat, but just a new story experience.
I do have a very important question, though.
What's that?
If they put the raids in the PS5 version for Ghost, are we doing it?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Of course I am. Is that even a fucking question?
Please, we're just going to get you drunk. That's all.
Bring the tequila out.
Dude, I'll send you money. I'll buy you a bottle of what you want, and then we'll get you drunk and we'll play.
Get him the Jose.
Hey.
Get him the Jose.
Whatever the hell he wants to drink.
It's not the final boss part that's like concerning me. It's just the second part was just so.
Yeah,
we did it.
So awful.
Yeah, it's kind of shit.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, the second part was pretty bad.
I mean, it'll probably be better on the PS5 because it'll be 60 FPS, but I don't know.
And Snickle finally has a PS5. We can stop making fun of him now.
Yeah,
now we'll just make fun of him that it's not open.
Yeah, if they let me auto pop the multiplayer trophies, I'll probably do it. I'm not gonna lie.
You will do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think either way I would do it, but I would do it again if we had to.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I think this Ghost will probably be the very first game I double up on platinums.
Oh, it's well worth it.
Exactly, and I was talking to Waze about this earlier. I'm like, you know what? If I do that, then I'll probably go back and actually do more games like that. Then that I do on my list later.
Well, I mean, I've always had that mindset of like it's okay to stack a game as long as you have to like completely play it again. Which like right. I know we dogged on this a while back about how people say like it's not fair because if you platinum it again you have prior experience, and it's like, yeah, well, like you have prior experience with any game you play. Like you played an open world game, you know how an open world game is structured. You played a Ubisoft game, you know how all the Ubisoft games are structured. Like that doesn't like okay, you have specific knowledge, but like that doesn't make it like any less of an experience. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood if it's a game that you enjoy and you have to play through it again to get the platinum, then go for it. If you like it, then go for it. Like, don't let other people be like, oh, it's like, shut up, dude.
Yeah,
I'll play whatever I want to play. Like, you can go over there and play your 100 Radalika games. I'll go over here playing a game that I love.
Yeah, but if I want to play Batman Arkham Asylum 3 times, then I will. Like,
you think I give a fuck what you say?
Yeah, you think I'm not gonna care about you? Like,
I'm not going to do Control twice because I didn't enjoy Control. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't enjoy the game, don't do it again.
Yeah, it's just games you enjoy. Like I've always said, like whatever games I enjoy, like I'm definitely gonna stack up. Or like I try to only do like first person shooters one time. So like Battlefield games or like Call of Duty or stuff, I would only do one time. But like I mean I have it on my list 3 times because I would play this 10 times if I could. But like Burnout Paradise remastered twice, like I will gladly play that game 20 fucking times if I can earn trophies every single time I play it. Like, no doubt in my mind will I do that. But like, I don't know. I'm totally okay with stacking as long as you have to play. It was funny though, back when the PS4 came out, when we were kind of in the phase that we're in now with the PS4 and PS5, with the PS3 and the PS4, obviously, I was like kind of against it. I was like, well, if the game is there, like, you might as well just play it one time. Like, what the fuck does it matter? Like, just play it on the better console one time. Like, just play it on the PS4 one time. But, like, as time has gone on, I've, like, they started to do, like, re-releases and remakes and stuff. And I was like, I kind of want to play that again. Like, the Ezio trilogy and stuff like that. Like, I want to go back and play that again. But, like...
I think the thing that caught my interest was me and you doing Borderlands, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, Borderlands 2 on the PS4 has more trophies because they added the DLC for Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but they don't have it on the PS3 version. And I was like, I might just have to do them twice now.
Yeah, I mean, and to me, like, and I'm sure to you guys too, like, they're different experiences. You know, you play a game on the PS3 compared to the PS4, it's a different experience. Not only... I mean, mainly visual and performance-wise, it's a completely different experience. Do they have different features? Not really. It's just going to be a better-looking game or a worse-looking game, depending which way you go. I mean, same thing between PS4 and PS5. You know, you played on PS4, you may only get 1080p 30 frames, but if you played on PS5, you may get 4K 60 frames. Like, that's a completely different experience.
I'm going to go with this as the logic I told you with MLB The Show. It can only get better from now on. So I'm going to start with the fucking slowest version and work my way up.
That's facts, but you fucked up because you played MLB The Show 17 and then you went to 21, on the PS5, and then you went backwards to 18 on the PS4, it probably looked
well,
like
yeah, you took the one to do 17 and get me and start 18.
When you went back to 18, did you think that it looked like a PS2 game? Be honest with me.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate it when people say that. I feel like people forgot how PS2 games look. Go plug up a PS2 and then go to a PS4 game and tell me it looks like a PS2 game.
And this is how and this is how you push Wave's buttons.
When you look at it mathematically from an aspect ratio wise or pixel count, like technically it's kind of the same thing, right? Like kind of.
Oh my god.
Bro, I need my glasses to play a PS2 game. That shit blurry. Got one big ass pixel in the middle of the same color. No, but I think.
I never understood the whole prior knowledge thing.
No, I never understood it either.
I don't know.
Like, I can't do the Jack games because I played them on the PS2. I can't do the Crash games because I played them on the PS1.
Hey, people don't know that though because you didn't earn the trophies, so they don't know if you played it before.
No, but by what they're saying, I can't do that.
I can't drive a car.
If I played a Far Cry, if I played a Far Cry game, I can't play the other Far Cries because I already know how a Far Cry game plays.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't play Call of Duty because I know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah, it is stupid, and I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was serious or it was like a meme, but like,
oh my god, we had like an hour discussion of that before, so
yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, if you play any sequel to a game, like that would that applies. Oh, you played Mortal Kombat? You played MK9? Well, you can't play MK10 and you can't play MK11 because like they're basically the same game. They have the same mechanics, so you can't play them. Sorry. Gotta pick one and play it. Like,
it's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean that's textbook stupidity of people like in the community. But these are the same people that will go and like plat a Radalika game 20 times and say it's perfectly okay. So it's like, all right. I mean,
and fuck, man, if you like that game and you want to play it 20 times and you genuinely like it, fucking go for it. I don't care.
Yeah. But you tell me you like that game for that game and you don't like it for the trophies. You tell me that. You tell me that trophy didn't have trophies, or you tell me that game didn't have trophies. You would play it 20 times over and over again. Be honest. Be honest with me and be honest with yourself. Would you play it 20 times?
No, yeah. No, there's that too. So yeah.
Wait, did you guys hear about I know it like got announced, but like it got shown on like I think you can like pre-order or whatever, but the Crisis Trilogy remaster.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Coming out on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
The one rumor I'm very excited for right now, and it's just rumor, is that they're remastering or remaking the Legacy of Kain series.
Bro.
Yeah, I heard that rumor this week.
Don't be lying to me, Brian. I'll find you if you're lying to me.
Dude, Waves, if that's true and you don't got the money to buy it, I will buy it for you for Christmas. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo. If they're actually doing this shit, I will lose my mind.
Dude.
I love Legacy of Kain. I wish that shit would come back.
That was one of my very first games I like really got into.
You know, Amy Hennig worked on it.
Did she?
Yeah. That was like one of her first games she worked on.
Damn,
all the Legacy of Kain games.
Paste. There you go, Waves. I'll send you the link.
All right, I got a question for you guys because we got to buy some time here because I don't know if the viewers know this, but we already went through all of our topics, so we freeballing it right now.
I mean,
plug right here. If you guys have any topics you want us to discuss in upcoming episodes, you can leave them below in the comments, and we will add them to the end as a discussion point. But my question to you guys, when do you think we're going to stop seeing PS4 games released?
I don't know at this point, honestly.
It's gonna be I still say at least 2 more years.
I think it's ridiculous that Sony isn't already abandoning it. I know why they're not abandoning it, but they should.
Well, so it's different, right? Because there is the backwards compatibility side of it, which is like why I would assume, like, it's not bad because if it comes out for the PS4 and someone owns a PS5, they can still play it. So it's not like you're like excluding anybody if you bring it out on the PS4, right?
Right. Well,
yeah, no,
right.
but the PS5 needs games. You know?
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not
that.
saying the PS5's doesn't have games, because we have Returnal and we have Ratchet and Clank. But aside from Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop, which are timed exclusives, what do we have? Just PS5.
Right.
There is literally no point to having a PS5 other than just playing your PS4 games better.
Well, yeah, but that's how, to be fair, that's how the PS4 was the first year it came out.
No, Sony abandoned the PS3.
Well, not the first year they didn't. There were still cross-platform games, but I think,
from third parties, but not from Sony.
Right.
I think
from Sony first party, no.
But the reason why this is different is because there is backwards compatibility. I think that is like the only reason why.
The original PS3 had backwards compatibility, and aside from God of War 2, there's nothing.
But I'm saying, but that's because you were going from an SD, like the
all I'm saying,
the shift graphically between the PS2 and the PS3 was completely different. To where if the PS4 was backwards compatible with PS3 games, I think we would have seen what's going on now, where games are being released on the PS4 and the PS5 at the same time.
All I'm saying is the PS4 is going to hold the PS5 back.
The
God of War should have been a PS5 showcase game. I understand Gran Turismo 7 being on both. It's a car game. It's not like it's going to revolutionize anything. God of War should have been the first AAA PS5 game to be like, hey, this is a reason you need a PS5. Now that's just going to be on both. And now there's no reason.
I completely agree with you. 1,000% I agree with you. But I'm thinking that the situation between them is different because of the backwards compatibility and the ease of Sony saying, and there also the issue of people not being able to get PS5s and Sony being able to say, well, like, you can play it on the PS4 and like we have a patch for the PS5, but I do agree that there needs to be a point at some point where Sony says, listen, like, you need a PS5 to play this game. Like, this is only going to... There needs to be that point. But I think the reason why we're not seeing that is because of the backwards compatibility. Just like if the PS4 was backwards compatible with the PS3, we wouldn't have seen the PS3 get dumped in the trash right away or even like a year after. Because if you think about it, even third-party wise, like the PS3 got dumped in the trash by 2014. There was nothing being released other than fucking FIFA whatever, you know?
And Call of Duty.
They were the only things being released on the PS3 up until, like, what, 2015, I think, was when Black Ops 3 came out? 2016?
Yeah.
Something fucking stupid like that. Like, it was very limited what was being released. And the ones that were being released on the PS3, I mean, Black Ops 3 on the PS3 was only the single player. You didn't even... Or it was only the multiplayer. You didn't even get the single player. So,
I don't believe that there isn't enough PS5s out there for people. I understand it's hard. I understand, like, for a lot of people it's hard, but it's also, like, these scalpers are not just buying these and hoarding them in their house like some kind of dragon, you know? They're buying them so they can sell it at a higher offer. Right. So they're selling it again. There are more PS5s out there right now that are being used. This is from Sony themselves saying that they are being used by prior users, by prior PSN accounts. There are more of them out there than there were when the PS4 launched at this point.
Well, yeah.
And there are more PS5s out there, so Sony should have something. Other than 2 timed exclusives, we have nothing.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. There should definitely be something that gives you a reason to buy it, because I do feel, like, personally, being someone that just got one last week, like, I think I said this to you guys, but, like, I was jokingly saying it, but I was kind of serious. Like, I don't even have. There's nothing that I like can play on or that I want to play on it. Like there's no reason for me to take my PS5 out of my box because there's no games on it that I would want, like, other than like playing like Godfall and like Astro's Playroom and Demon Souls. It's like there's literally nothing that
Godfall's coming out on PS4.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to open it right now, or there's no reason for me to turn it on because, like, what exclusives or what games do I have that are like PS5 only?
And the PS5 games that are out that are just PS5s, they're not technical powerhouses. Don't get me wrong, I love Ratchet and Clank, but I can easily see that working on the PS4.
Yeah,
because what they did on Ratchet and Clank, they did in Titanfall 2 on the PS4. They did with a Crack in Time, a Ratchet and Clank, a Crack in Time on the PS3. So it's not like the Ratchet and Clank, a Rift Apart, is doing anything crazy on the PS5. The only one that does something is Returnal.
Mm-hmm.
And people aren't going to buy a PS5 for what a lot of people say is a hard game.
Also a game and that then the other aren't even like considering it to be a AAA game too.
Yeah, and then the other one that's only PS5, Demon Souls, a remake of the PS3 game.
Yeah,
there's no reason to have a PS5. If I hadn't gotten a PS5 at the start, I probably wouldn't have gotten it until something actually came out that was just PS5. But since I'm a fucking crazy person, I had to get it from the beginning.
I'm just wondering when the time is going to be that Sony. I mean, obviously, third party is going to go on longer, but the time when Sony is going to cut it off and say like, "This is it."
I'm with Brian. 2 years from now, probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking too.
I think next year's probably like the last year you're gonna have full on support from Sony. And then like 2023, we might just get like small games from Sony. Like, you know how they always get like some small ass developer to make small games for them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get that, but I think after next year, you probably won't anymore.
All right. Yeah.
At least I'd hope so.
I think that the how close the technology is together is like I'm just trying to rationalize like why they haven't already, and I don't know. Like you said, Waves, they can't use numbers as an excuse because even if there are more scalpers buying PS3s, people are buying it from the scalpers. So, you know, there are PS5s out there. Did I say PS3s?
Yeah, you said PS3.
PS5s. So there's these scalpers are buying them, and people are obviously buying them from the scalpers. And like you said, the numbers back it up that people are playing more PS5s than PS4s at the same time. But like, what is the rationale behind not just cutting the PS4 off? And I think it is because the technology is close together.
I think the rationale is
like there's multiple things. There's the technology is close together, and also I think it is because of the backwards compatibility where Sony just looks at it and they say, well, like, we want to have it accessible to everybody, but like you said, Waves, you know, then you're holding back the PS5 because you're making it accessible to the PS4 people.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rationale is there's 100 million PS4s out there.
Yeah.
As of the last numbers that we knew of.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's accessibility. I mean, that's all it comes down to.
Yeah, and that they are very similar. And I don't know. It sucks. Because when Mark Cerny first talked about the PS5, it's the power of the SSD. That it was so fast that it would change game development and game design as we know it. Because it was so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to feel like that's a lie now.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would say that's a lie because you guys saw my loading screens in RE8. I mean, I think to an extent the SSD is powerful, but I don't think it's revolutionizing anything. It's just I don't think it's revolutionizing it to the point that they were making it out. But to be fair,
it's
like,
just funny
Sony
because
did have to jerk themselves off. Like,
I mean, like Godfall was shown off. It was like this game won't be playable on anything else other than the PS5. This game is impossible on the PS4. Then last PS4. It's coming to PS4.
Yeah, but the question is, what sacrifices are being made for that? Like, are we talking?
That is true.
Are we talking like the sacrifice that's going to be made to play Godfall on the PS4 is you're going to need to have God of War 2018 elevator load times, and you're going to need to have God of War 2018, whatever the fuck the area where you would, the rifts or whatever the fuck they're called. Like, people were saying, like, God of War 2018, no load times. Yeah, there are. They're just hidden. Like, is that what we're going to deal with Godfall? Is there going to be hidden load times and the world's going to seem like it's seamless, but it actually isn't? And, like, is that the sacrifice that's being made?
I haven't seen Godfall gameplay, but if it's like Destiny, like everyone says, I think it's just going to be more loading screens, you know, which is like...
That's what it's going to come down to, I think. Hey, you'll see some Godfall gameplay soon, Waves. I'll give it to you in the next few months.
Yep.
Oh, you're going to give me Godfall?
No, like, I'm going to play it.
It was on sale.
I'm going to play it, and you'll see it. But...
Okay.
And like, I guess we can make a determination of, like, what has to be sacrificed, but, like you said, if it's a Destiny situation, like, what do you change the time it takes to load into the planet, to load into the raid, to load into your strike? Like, is that what ends up changing? Like, are you sacrificing load time for a seamless world to be able to play it on the PS4? Like, I don't know. There definitely needs to be a point where where it's just like, this is PS5. Like, I don't know what Sony gains. I mean, obviously, what they gain from selling Godfall on the PS4 is, like you said, 100 million PS4s being out there. With 100 million PS4s being out there, they're going to sell something. They're going to make money off of it somehow. But,
like, I understand the New Horizon being on PS4, because that game was very obviously made for the PS4.
Yep.
But God of War, Gran Turismo 7, I forget what the other game was called, that they announced as PS4 games recently. Those were announced as PS5 games. Right. So people bought PS5s believing that's what they were, that's the only place they were going to get that.
Mm-hmm.
From me being a racing fan, like, from me being a racing fan, I think that Gran Turismo 7 should be on PS5. It shouldn't be on PS4. And I know that it's just like, this is just it's just a racing game. But if you look back on it, when Gran Turismo 5 came out, there was a gap between, obviously, when Gran Turismo 4 and Gran Turismo 5 came out. And Gran Turismo 5 was such a revolutionizing game when it comes to the amount of content it had, the detail in cars and everything. Like, it was a big step forward, right? And it was obviously only on PS3 because they didn't do the shit back then. And then Gran Turismo 6 came out shortly after, which basically used Gran Turismo 5, but just enhanced it. And then we didn't hear anything. And then GT Sport came out on the PS4, like, mid-life cycle. This is a perfect opportunity for Sony to say, hey, look, new GT game coming out. It's a numbered GT game. Like, this is PS5 exclusive. You want to play the new GT? You got to own a PS5.
And that's one thing I have to commend Microsoft for, is they're already abandoning the Xbox One. And to be fair,
they should.
There's not a lot of Xbox Ones. There's not as many Xbox Ones out there as a PS4.
They should have taken that shit in the backyard like 5 years ago and shot it and put it down. Like,
but that just means their next gen games, whenever they come out,
will be next gen. Yeah.
Will truly be next gen games, and they're going to take everything that the Xbox Series X has and the Xbox Series S has into account and just be able to make it for that. That's their lowest spec console, the Xbox Series S. And that's already stronger than just the PS4 Pro, you know? So now Sony's big games, like God of War, should have been a PS5 game. And that should have been their technical showcase on the PS5, honestly. A lot of people are saying A Rift Apart is their technical showcase. It's not. It's really not. I understand there's a lot of pretty shit in it, and it's the best looking Ratchet and Clank game out there. But that's a PS. It looks like a PS4 game. It's not. It doesn't look. It's not anything crazy. All right.
Well, there needs to be like a blowaway. Like that's what it needs to be. Like we're talking about God of War. We're talking about Gran Turismo. Like Ratchet and Clank didn't come out on the PS3, and people were like, "God damn! Did you see that new Ratchet and Clank game on the PS3 compared to the PS2? That shit's fucking crazy, man." But when God of War 3 came out on the PS3 compared to God of War 2, that was a technical masterpiece. And still to this day, if you guys go and play God of War 3 on the PlayStation 3, not the remastered, the PlayStation 3 version, you will be blown away. That game looks like a PlayStation 4 game, and it's running on a PlayStation 3.
That shit looks way better than most PS4 games.
Yeah, and it came out in 2010. Like, that game was a technical masterpiece, and I get that that's years after the PS3 was out, so it gave them time to develop it and like fine tune it. But like if that's the case for this new God of War game, then give them another year. Like, I don't care. Like, give them, if they need more time to make it just a PS5 exclusive and utilize the hardware, give them the time if that's what they need. Like, I don't see we've already waited. We're already going on 3 years waiting. What's another year to it? Like, what's another 2 years to it? Like, whatever. Like, people are waiting.
And now there's rumors now that the next Grand Theft Auto is going to be 2025 rather than like the 2023, which people thought or whatever. But that apparently that was supposed to be like a PS5 only game. So
well, I was gonna say, like, if they push it back, that's even better, because that means it is going to be only PS5, which I would love. Right. I would love to see that the next Rockstar game being only on next generation. Rockstar doesn't really they've never, other than GTA 4, or 5, they've never really mixed generations. Obviously, because they have that whole like continuity thing between their stories from standard definition to HD, but like whatever. That's just a fucking hoax at the end of the day. But...
Well,
I'm only critical of Sony because I want them to do better.
Exactly, I understand that way.
Yeah, and I'm hoping with the way that Microsoft is structuring it, they will see that and they will utilize that. But it's almost like they sit on their high horse of like, well, we have this console that's sold 100 million units. Why would we just abandon it? And it's like, yeah, that's true, but like, y'all said fuck the PS3 at the end of its life cycle, and it beat out the 360, which was nuking it at the beginning of the consoles. So like,
yeah, but look how long they kept the PS2 going though for games.
I don't know.
But Sony, there were no more Sony published games after God of War 2.
That is true.
The only reason God of War 2 came out on the PS2 was because it was already being made for the PS2.
PS2, right?
Yeah.
From Sony, there were no more. After 2006, God of War 2 was the only one, and there were no more.
Yeah, I think Sony should just focus on the PS5. I really do.
When it comes to PS3, 2013, and that was it.
Like, I remember, let's see, you never saw Infamous Second Son on the PS3, you know?
Yeah, I do think that they should just... It sounds like kind of shitty, but like I feel like at some point they need to cut the cord because... And they should do it soon-ish because it gives a reason to get the console, and like I get people can't get it, right? But like if it came down to it, if Sony put God of War out tomorrow on just the PS5 and I didn't have a PS5, my ass would be going to find a PS5 any way possible.
Well, the best way to put this in like the easiest terms for people. Okay, imagine a car dealer or a car manufacturer. The brand new car comes out. They're not going to make the old one no more.
True.
You know, they're going to keep rolling out the brand new baby to sell. So
it's just
that's how it should be with the games.
There is no reason to buy a PS5. Like I said, if God of War came out tomorrow, PS5 only, my ass would be going to buy a PS5. The only reason I have a PS5 right now is because I was fortunate enough to talk to somebody that got an email for one, and they already had one because Sony fucked up because they're stupid. But I don't know why they did that. They were only sending emails to people that already had a PS5. Like, I don't know who...
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, I don't know who had that genius idea at Sony, but like, way to go, guys. That one really worked out great. But if not for that email and me having that connection, like, I still wouldn't have a PS5. And guess what? I still wouldn't give a shit. But there's like legitimately no reason to buy one.
I say this as a joke, but it's honestly becoming more and more true. Like, my PS5 is my favorite PS4.
It is. I mean, and that's why my PS5 will not be open for like, I'll probably open it soon, but like, when am I gonna play on it? I have no idea, because I'm playing PS3 games. I have PS4 games. Like, there's like, what, 3 or 4 games that I'll play on the PS5, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Before we end, I do want to go through here because people did leave comments on the last podcast.
Did they?
Yeah, so we'll go through each one of these.
Brian.
There's 3 of them, so we'll go through each one of them and we'll see what relation they have to any topics that we discussed. So the first one's from someone named Dead Memes, and he asked us, "Have you guys ever ate the munchie meal from Jack in the Box?"
No, I don't got Jack in the Box by me.
The munchie meal do be slapping. You know what be slapping at Jack in the Box?
What?
Their egg rolls and their tacos.
Huh?
Yeah.
I've only been Jack in the Box once, and that's when I was in Texas. But we don't have them out by me. But I did have the tacos.
I'm trying to think. Let me look around. I'm gonna see if we have one around us. I swear to God, I don't think we do. But there I am.
Listen, one day, when you guys are super hungry, hit up the Jack in the Box and get some egg rolls and tacos.
Bro, the closest Jack in the Box to me is, it's not giving me a distance. It's a fucking, wait, let me get directions. Let's see how long. An hour and a half.
So, what is the munchie meal, Waves?
I don't remember, because it's been a while, but I remember liking it a lot.
Okay. That means, if you're listening, can you tell me what the munchie meal is?
Yeah, we can look it over now. Munchie meal, Jack in the Box.
Here it is.
Yeah,
so Jack's munchie meal, it comes with
2 tacos, a sandwich.
Curly fries. Wait, this one comes with curly fries and churros.
Ooh, I like churros.
That's a weird-ass combination.
It really is.
It's good.
Plus you get one of these. You can either get the hash jack, the junior jumbo jack, the chicken sandwich, or the breakfast jack.
You get all that shit for $5.
Yeah, but look, here's a $6 munchie meal. Comes with 2 tacos. Can this shit get any smaller? Like, god damn, like this shit's fucking. I can't really see exactly what this shit has because it's too small. You get 2 tacos, half size, drink, fries, and then a sandwich. But it starts after 9 p.m. So we know why you go in there.
Hell yeah.
There's a reason it's called the Munchie Box. Is all.
Oh, here's one. This one comes with a stacked grilled cheese burger, exploding cheesy chicken, loaded nuggets, and a brunch burger. Oh, you get one of those good. Along with the. So you always get 2 tacos, fries, and a drink, and then you get to pick one of something that I guess I'm assuming they rotate out.
That's not a bad idea though. That's pretty cool.
That
the Munchie Box.
Hold on,
in the middle of the night when you're working on projects. It do be slapping.
Since
Gotcha.
Since we're on the topic of fast food, I must make an announcement to everybody.
What?
Taco Bell's Crunchwrap Supreme. I think it's called like the Ultimate Crunchwrap Supreme or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The slapping one is back. So go to your local Taco Bell and pick that up. They got a $5 box, and that shit slams. But I went there 2 days and they fucked me over. So I'm kind of mad at them, but still. Go get that like Ultimate Crunchwrap Supreme. That shit slams.
And
I kind of stopped going.
Go ahead.
Oh, I kind of stopped going because every time I go there and get a Crunchwrap Supreme, they always fuck it up.
Well, all I will say is if anybody goes to McDonald's, get a double quarter pounder with cheese and get Big Mac sauce on that bitch. It is good.
I went to McDonald's today because since the Phillies won, they give away free chicken sandwiches. So I went and got a free chicken sandwich, so that shit kind of nice.
They do that, but they kind of stopped doing it with the Mavericks recently, because, the Mavericks they've been doing good apparently.
Well, they're done, I think, because they're in the playoffs.
Oh, really?
They're not in the. Yeah, they didn't make it to the playoffs.
But
or they got knocked out or whatever.
They do it with the Mavericks and they do it with the Rangers also.
I feel like they do it with every single team that's like local, but they do it with they're doing it with the Phillies right now. Anytime the Phillies win, you get a free chicken sandwich with a purchase. You have to spend $1. So basically go and get a drink, and then you get a free chicken sandwich. Which is kind of cool. But back to the point, go get that Ultimate Crunchwrap Supreme box. And I'm telling you, Waves, I always think the same thing when I get a Crunchwrap Supreme. But for some reason, every time I've gotten the Ultimate Crunchwrap Supreme, they don't fuck it up. So I don't know if it's someone back there is making it with love and care or what. But Taco Bell fucked me up 2 times because I ordered that one day and they gave me like loaded nachos or something. I don't know how you fuck that up. And
they've just been fucking up my order because they'll just smother. First, they won't put like any meat in it or like vegetables or anything of that shit, and they'll just smother it with fucking sour cream. So
yeah, but they put it all on one side. Like they put all the sour cream and like the nacho cheese sauce on the left side of it, and then like all the lettuce is on the right side. And it's like, bro, can we mix it up? Because half the time I'm eating cheese and half the time I'm eating fucking lettuce and tomatoes. Like, come on now, what y'all doing back there? But so I went one day. They gave me nachos, and the reason why I didn't check is because I don't know about you guys, but the Taco Bell by me, they like put your shit in a bag and then they like roll it up and put a sticker on it because of like COVID. Oh, sorry, because of the big C.
No, mine don't do that.
But
yeah, mine stopped doing that.
But when I went the other day, I literally went back to back because I wanted it. I wanted the Ultimate Crunchwrap. They fucked me up, so I went back the next day. And I got it, but then they were like, yeah, we got no soda, so I couldn't get Baja Blast. But like, damn. I feel like if I go to Taco Bell anywhere like after like 2 or 3 o'clock, like the workers are just so shitty. Like you roll up and they're like, yeah, we're only accepting cash right now or something retarded like that. And you're like, bro, what? Like, but to be fair, when I worked at Arby's, we used to do that too to tell like because it would like people would leave. You'd be like, yeah, we're out of curly fries, and they're like, oh god damn it, and you're like, sorry.
And Arby's sounds good right now, too.
I don't fuck with Arby's.
I haven't ate at Arby's since I left there in 2015 or whatever.
All right, well...
I always get the shits when I eat Arby's.
Our topic we got was Odd Sack Mania. I sold a small amount of Yu-Gi-Oh cards for like $300. I guess we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, right? Mm-hmm. Most expensive card was my Dark Magician for like $75. Chief, I'll tell you one thing. I used to be in top 200 in my state when I used to play, and I used to have like some cards worth like $200 a piece.
Bro, they're probably worth like 10 grand now.
Nope, no, they actually go down. And I used to be part of like the market of like watching them grow and all that. Like if a new set comes out, I would go out and buy like a booster box set, which would be like 24 packs, and if you get like one of the sets I remember, they're called Fire Fist, and the one you need 3 of. You can only pull him maybe one in every box. He was about $50 a piece. Now they've been reprinted so many times, so they go down in value. There are some cards though that are worth like $5 grand still.
Yeah, but don't they get their value depending on the edition though?
Sometimes, sometimes the booster packs now for like some of the original sets, if you got like a sealed booster pack, could go for like $50 a pack.
Yeah, that's crazy. I used to have I have them somewhere. I don't know where. So my Pokemon cards, my sister wanted to take to like work for something, and she said she has them. So I need to go pick those up. But I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards somewhere, but I don't know where they are. But I should really pick them. I should really go find all of my cards and like value them and see like what I have. Because honestly, I don't know where the fuck they are. So like, if I could sell them, like sure, I don't care. Like, that's free money.
Like, I used to do tournaments and all that, like regionals and all that. So
bro, you know what I had? I'd have to see if I can find it. I used to have the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh thing you'd put on your arm.
Oh, dual disc.
Yeah. I used to have that. I don't know where. I probably threw it in the trash.
What I used to do because I used to do regionals maybe once a year, once or twice a year. Any cards I got like through opening packs throughout the year, all the rare ones, I would just hold in my like a thing, and they would used to have sellers there. Buy the cards from you. I used to just go there, sell the fucking cards I didn't want, and come out with like $2,000.
Hell yeah.
Cash. I used to have a shit ton of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but then my mom went through like a super Christian phase. And she threw them and all my Pokemon cards away.
Damn, you can't teach evolution.
Wait, I'm confused what the Christian phase has to do with, like, is she scared Pokemon, like the cards are like possessed by like demons or something?
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh for demons, and then Pokemon did evolution.
Well, that's because
my mom just thought they were demon shit.
That's because my man Waves had all 5 pieces of that one guy.
Like Zodi.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So
that's still an actual deck to this day, I believe.
That's just crazy, but I should really look through my shit and see what I have valued there. But
okay,
I've been thinking about doing that with my PS3 games. Like, not obviously taking them somewhere, but just looking at all of them and seeing how much they're worth on eBay and stuff.
Speaking of that, Waves, that goes into our third comment. JGM4789 said, considering PS3 prices are going through the roof, I think another good topic would be what PS4 games do you think we should watch out for? Since there are a few that are already shooting up in price. Attack on Titan 2 is going for ridiculous prices, both for the vanilla and final battle, and Fairy Tail has not really dropped in price and will probably climb really soon. The former is probably going to be the next Godzilla, if it gets delisted, and considering GameStop isn't likely going to last until the transition period between PS5 and PS6, hunting for PS4 and 5 physical will probably be more of a pain in the ass than PS3 was when GameStop was healthy and not closing stores every week.
I think
so. That's actually a pretty good comment, because if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The PS3 era was the start of buying things digitally.
Mm-hmm.
The PS4 and PS5 has really pushed that, and moving forward, it's going to go that way because, like, Microsoft has already made an Xbox that is digital only. So getting games
PS5
physically,
also.
Yeah, PS5 also. So having the availability of physical games is going to be, I feel like, is going to be harder and harder and harder as the years go on, because there's going to be less out there.
Well, I was going to say, first of all, I think all those anime weeb games on the PS4 are going to shoot up in price. But second, I think PS5 games after a few years are going to shoot up in price, because it's hard to just get PS5 games. Also, like Returnal, I don't know. I think I remember you, Brian, saying that when you went to get Returnal, like every store around you, but except for one, already had them all sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Sony is doing that on purpose. They're kind of like limiting the numbers of of PS5 physical copies to get people to buy more digital games. So I think PS5 games you should watch for, and for PS4 games, definitely all those weeb-ass games.
Oh, yeah.
Like Gravity Rush Remastered.
Well, the other thing that's weird about the PS4 and, like, moving forward is not only the whole digital space, but you also have the aspect of, like, limited run games, which is like a whole different ball game, because you're talking about games that aren't really released by the publishers per se. They're kind of released like externally, so they're and again, by the name limited run, they're a very small pull there, where like before PS3 games, like they would just keep making them. Like there wasn't a limited run, like there's only 500 of these. Like the one PS4 game that's like stupid ridiculous, I think is called, isn't it Poop Slinger?
Yeah,
because it was released on PS4. It goes for like $5,000 because they barely released any of them. And when you talk about games like that on the PS3, there's only a few that live up to that. And the one that I'm thinking about is I think it's called NBA Elite 09 or something like that, or just NBA Elite.
Yeah, NBA Elite 11.
NBA Elite 11, and the only reason it's as rare as it is because it was a game that wasn't even supposed to come out. Like, it was a game that was developed and was never released to the public. It's literally only like developer copies of the game that have ever been like put out in the wild, and like that's why it goes for thousands. But like, that's a complete difference between something like Poop Slinger, where it was released on limited run. At least that was like there was an opportunity for that to be released to the public. But I don't know. I mean, I agree. I don't think GameStop will make it to the PS6. To that, I mean, it may make it to that, but the thing with GameStop is they really, as a whole, they have to. I mean, they've obviously been evolving what they sell, you know, because it's basically Funko Stop now. But
right.
I think GameStop would really make it if they embraced retro gaming.
Oh yeah.
I honestly stopped going to GameStop a while ago now.
Like, that's one thing that GameStop doesn't embrace, which I don't understand, is like they just do not embrace retro gaming. Like, you can't go in there and sell a PS3 game. And it's funny because I had this experience back in the day and I kind of forgot about it, but when I got my PS3, I had an original Xbox, and my original Xbox had like broken, like the actual console had broken, so I had all of the games, and I just wanted to trade them in to get money because I need money at the time, and I was gonna buy like PS3 games. And I remember I took original Xbox games to a GameStop, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't even buy these anymore." And I was just like, at a young age, I was like, "Bro, you guys are like a game store. How do you not accept games? Like, what?" I was baffled.
That's one thing with like GameStop I've just never understood. Like if they had, and they were kind of been doing it for like a little bit, like embracing it, and then they just kind of stopped for some reason. And yeah,
I mean, I get why they don't, because the retro gaming as a whole is a smaller community. But at the same time, like, if someone goes to a GameStop and trades in PS3 games, right, then guess what? That game, instead of sending them to like a warehouse, that GameStop now has those PS3 games. And
crazy people like us can buy it.
Yeah, and then someone can Google it, or they can go on their site, because they have this ability. You can go on their site and type in and say, "Hey, I want to go buy whatever Gran Turismo 5 for the PS3," and you type it in and you say, "Oh, the GameStop, 40 miles away has it. I'm gonna make a trip down there and buy it." You know what I mean? Or you go to buy it, and there's a way for them to transfer it to the one by you. Like, there's no embracing of the retro games, and I feel like that's what they miss. Like, that's where they're missing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think GameStop's like just dead now, honestly. I know, I don't really, other than Brian, I don't really know anyone who goes to GameStop to buy games anymore.
I don't even really go anymore.
I haven't been there in a while, like a year or two probably. I thought about stopping at one the other day, but I was just like, I can't be bothered. Like, there's no reason for me to.
Yeah, the reason you went to before was like that was such an easy place to get PS3 games.
Yeah, it was fun to go there like once every like week or every 2 weeks just to see like what they would get in stock.
Yeah.
But now it's like not even worth it, because I don't know. The other problem is that I find is there's none of those like hidden gems on the PS4 really. That were on the PS3. There was no reason to go to GameStop and search for Saul or Saul 2 or whatever. There was no reason to do that. But to the question of what PS4 games will go through the roof, I mean, definitely if you want to consider it, limited run games, all of them are going to go through the roof.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think Friday the 13th is going to go through a little bit.
It really depends. It's hard to estimate, because it depends on like the accessibility that you have to those games. Like Godzilla, I don't understand why or how Godzilla has gone up in price, because 5 years ago on Amazon you could have bought that game for like $30, and the reason why I never did was because it was one of those games where I was like, I'm gonna wait for this to go to 20. Like, once it goes below 20, I'm buying it, and it never hit it. But
Bro,
it was always there. It was
because
always there for like $30. It was always just chilling there for $30.
I saw it at GameStop like so many times for $20, and I hate myself so much for buying it, and then being like, "Wow, this game's garbage," and then taking it back.
Damn.
But that was during the time where like the way I got games was I'd play them and then take them back to GameStop. So.
That's depressing.
I think we talked about it a few times. If you could find the Dark Souls Trilogy Steelbook Edition, pick it up for a good price, because that's going for a good price right now. If you could find a Jack physical for the PS4, like Jack 1, 2, 3, and Jack X, those go for usually about $60 now a piece. But that's because those were limited runs.
I mean, I would say any like steelbook for the most part is gonna obviously pull you in a little more than standard. There's definitely steelbooks that aren't like, they're not worth too much, but they're always gonna be worth more than just like a regular case.
Well, yeah, the Dark Souls one was because you got all three, So
yeah, I think I got the Dark Souls 3 steelbook. But I don't have like I have a bunch of steelbooks on the PS4 for like stupid games like No Man's Sky, Battleborn, like stupid games, like games you'd be like, why the fuck do you have that? I have it.
Yeah, because the trilogy's going for like 120.
That's crazy. I think I remember when that came out and it wasn't even that much. It was like 50 maybe.
Yeah, I paid 50 for mine.
I don't even know if I have any PS4 games that are rare in any way, shape, or form. So.
I have Gravity Rush Remastered. I don't know. I mean, if I search, like if I actually like actively searched, I could probably figure that out. But I don't feel like doing that.
I think my most expensive game is just like the whole collector's edition of The Last Guardian. That's because it's a collector's edition. So
yeah. I'm trying to think about. I have the only collector's edition I have is I have the Horizon Zero Dawn.
I feel like the games that are on PS4 that are going to go shoot up in price are just like the very obvious ones, like Gravity Rush, where only Amazon sold it, or or like those stupid like weed games where
Borderlands for
not
the
a lot of people
PS4.
bought it.
Yeah, was only at GameStop for physical.
Yeah, games like that.
I think ones that only get like those specific releases will go up. But it depends if they're like timed to, or not like timed, but you know what I mean. Like if if Borderlands at GameStop was only sold for like 2 months and now you can't get it anymore.
Right.
Like what numbers are out there. That's the other thing that matters is like how many of them are out there to determine what the price is. But I agree with Waves. I think like, I don't play them, but I know that there's a big following for like those Weeb games. So like I feel like any of those will shoot up. Like I know a lot of like Weeb games on the PS3 have been shooting up. Like Drakengard 3, like out of nowhere has fucking shot up. Like
Drakengard 3 out of nowhere is just
weird ass games that you just like wouldn't expect like have shot up just because like people will pay the premium for it. But
well, I'm guessing Drakengard 3 has to do with just Nier getting bigger.
That's true.
Because Drakengard 3 is just part of the Nier franchise.
That is true. I mean, the only suggestion
it also just depends. It also just depends on like what's happening currently. Like, I'm guessing the reason the Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3 shot up is because of the new Ratchet and Clank game that came out recently.
Yeah, right.
And then like when Marvel Spider-Man PS4 came out, that's why all the PS3 Spider-Man shot up.
Well, and the PS4 one.
Those have always been kind of stupid in pricing, like and like hard to find.
I don't know. I kind of found them pretty easily, but then after, like, the game came out, like, it was quite harder to get. And like Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Amazing Spider-Man
like
2 on
$30.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 on the PS4 is like nearly. I found it nearly impossible to find. Like
my GameStop used to have like 6 copies all the time.
You should have picked it up because like I couldn't find it anywhere. Like on even like looking on eBay, like buying secondhand, like there was like nowhere that like I could find it for like a reasonable price.
Yeah, they had it for like $20 at one time, and then after Spider-Man came out, it shot up in price.
All the Yakuza games, aside from Dead Souls, all went down on price. Down in price. Because they're now that the PS4 remasters are out.
Yeah.
Right.
Dead Souls is the only one you could get on PS3, aside from like Ishin and what's the other one? Kenzan. which are only in Japan. So,
I mean, my suggestion for the whole thing is like just keep. If you want to buy games physical, like just keep buying them. Like, I know us three, we all buy our games physical for the most part.
Yeah,
99% of the time, it's going to be physical. Yeah. So I mean, like, if you buy physical, just keep buying physical and like just do that, because when it comes down to it, like none of us realized how much any of our games were going to cost when we bought them. Like when I used to hunt for PS3 games, that wasn't like the thought in my head is like 10 years from now, this game's going to be worth 10 times the price. Like I just bought it because I wanted to, and like just fortunate enough to own it. Like the Saw games, I know Brian like couldn't find Saw 2 forever, and I was like, I literally got that at GameStop for like, at the time they were doing the 15% off, so I probably got it, or 20% off, so I probably got it for like $8.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
30.
honestly, like if you want an honest opinion or whatever, go to GameStop or go to whatever store. Find a PS4 game that you've never heard about and buy it, because it's probably only like $18 right now. Then who knows? 10 years from now, that's just gonna be like $50 because it somehow like became a cult classic for no reason.
that is a good point, because that is something that I used to do when I went to GameStops. Is like I would go in, and I still do it when I go to a store called Second and Charles, and when I go in there, like that's what I do is I'll go to like whatever section, PS3, PS4, and I'll look through, and when I see a game that like I've never heard of, like I'll look it up and see. Like I don't look it up like price wise. I mainly look it up like trophies and like story wise and everything, and like read about it and see. But like that's exactly what I would do. I don't go in and I'm like, you guys got Call of Duty in here? Like everyone knows about Call of Duty. Like who the fuck cares? But like I would go in and look for like those obscure you guys got Jurassic the Hunted? Like who the fuck has heard about that? But like that's a dope ass game.
It's just crazy to me that the Ratchet and Clank collection and Into the Nexus shot up in price close to like $100 for seemingly no reason. I'm guessing it's because Rift Apart came out. But it's just like, I feel like there was a good amount of Ratchet and Clank collections out when I was a kid. I don't know why it's $70 or $80 now.
Well, I think so. I have a theory that all of those PS3 trilogy games are like all going up. So like games like I have to go check. I'm pretty sure I have the Ratchet and Clank trilogy because I bought all the PS3 ones at the same time. But I have a theory that all of those PS3 games, PS3 trilogies that are now, or PS2 trilogies that are on PS3. I was figuring out a way to word that. I think all of those are going to, as the years go on, they're going to go up in value because they're not the only way to play the game, but they're the best way to play the game. Like, you can play Ratchet and Clank on the PS2, right? Or you can play it on the PS3 in HD. So which one would you rather play? Just like when you look at games like the Splinter Cell trilogy, the Prince of Persia trilogy, the Hitman trilogy, are there any the
Metal Gear
Solid, the Jak and Daxter, like any of those, the I guess this doesn't technically count, but like Devil May Cry, you used to only be able to do it on the PS3 until they remastered it. But like those,
Jak is on PS4 technically.
Jak's
also
on PS4, yeah. But like those ones, I guess what I'm trying to get at is the ones that are just on the PS3. So like cross out Jak and Devil May Cry, but those like trilogies, the Tomb Raider trilogy, like these are games that are on the PS2, but they're best played on the PS3. I think that those ones will go up. So I mean, I don't think there's anything like that on the PS4 that I'm thinking about or that I know of. I mean, they're remastering everything, so like anything's possible.
Watch Rogue Troopers shoot up.
Well, I'm intrigued because the game that we always joke about, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, I feel like that one did not sell good. So I'm wondering if you can shit going on the Switch for like fucking $50. That's crazy. Still a decent price.
It's like $20 on the PS4.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't know. I would always like look at games like that, like Red Faction Guerrilla. What's the Kingdoms of Amalur?
Reckoning?
Yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. that's a game that slid under the radar when it came out originally, and it definitely slid under the radar again. Like I would look out for games like those.
I think some of those Final Fantasy remasters might also, especially if you have like the Steelbook.
Yeah.
Because 12 is usually like it's always usually like $30, I think. So.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird now. It's weird on the PS4 and PS5 because everything's like a remaster or a remake. So it's like you're not getting the only way of playing the game, but
for PS4, I feel like it's almost artificial. Like it's kind of made to be like that. If it's not made to be like that, it's like there's a reason why it's like that because only Amazon sold it or only GameStop sold it or something like that.
Yeah. I think the PS5 and onwards, though, like anything, I mean, like you're saying with Returnal, like anything physical is going to be, like you got to buy it day one or like you're never going to, sadly, never going to get it. Because even on the PS4, I don't know how you guys were, but like I stopped buying a lot of games day one. I used to buy like every game day one for like years. And I never played them all day one. So I was like, what's the point of me buying them? I'll just buy it like a few months after when it goes down and it's like half price because a lot of games did that on the PS4, you know? It would be like half price like 4, 5, 6 months later. By the time I was actually going to get around to playing it, you know, I could save 50%. Why wouldn't I do that? But I hope that's not like something that stops with the PS5, but it may be. Who knows? Just because people the demand may not be there to buy physical.
Yes. So that's all I can really say.
Keep collecting games though.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Price.
What?
So I bought Godfall last week. All right. Yeah. Amazon had a Sunday edition for $30, and they had like the regular edition for $60. So kindly, I bought the Sunday edition. I'm kind of glad I did because the Sunday edition's back up to $100.
Jesus.
I mean, we're also talking about these PS4 games from a right now perspective. Because who knows? Like 10 years from now, like Final Fantasy Type 0 might go up in price for no goddamn reason. Right. You know? So.
Well, yeah, and that's like the thing. Like that is like the main point is like you don't know what it's going to be going for.
Like I can see Medieval now,
just like at the
probably.
same time when we were playing when we were collecting PS3 games 10 years ago, you know, we weren't expecting any of these games to go through the roof. We were just buying them to buy them, and here we are.
Yeah. Because I could see like Medieval probably like going up in price.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think that game sold well.
It's dirt cheap now on Amazon. There's a lot of what I would suggest to do. I mean, whatever. You can do like whatever, but what I used to do is I used to go on Amazon and just literally just type in like PlayStation 4 game and just scroll through and look for ones that are like good price, like pretty good price.
That's what I'm doing, actually.
Yeah, like Ghostbusters PS4, I can see probably going up.
You know what game I think will go up as time goes on because it was already like hard as fuck to get anyway physical.
What?
Ghost of Tsushima.
That's true.
That game was hard to get day one physical. I got lucky. I got the Steelbook, but I feel like that's a game that will go up over time, especially if they like do like all these like new ones and everything. I have a feeling about that.
You know what? I think any game that came out in 2020 probably would go up in price. Because those games are still like $40, $50, $60.
That is true. That is true as well.
But Ghost of Tsushima specifically, probably the one that still has only on PlayStation, that one will probably go up in price.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Amazon.
Because they made a new release one, so
yeah, there's a launch edition one that they have. And it's like 35, and then there's like a regular one that's like 40. There's an EU one sold from Sony that's 57. There's the Steelbook one sold by PlayStation is going for $110. Oh, this isn't just this. Oh yeah, this is the Steelbook one. Okay, I thought this had like other stuff. So I mean, like that's crazy, man. I think Ghost of Tsushima will be one that. Holy fuck! The Ghost of Tsushima Collector's Edition is $460.
Holy shit! You know what game? Another thing about, because A Way Out went up in price a little bit. I'm thinking It Takes Two will go up in price for physical.
Yeah, and then like small games like that, which had like very small releases, those I can see those going up.
Yeah,
like Onimusha Warlords, I think right now is only $10, but maybe like 10 years from now.
Yeah, it's weird though, because there are some games that like I would expect to be going for more that like really aren't, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like I thought that would drop down. It's still like $47. So
yeah, and that's with the PS5 release also.
Yeah, so like I don't know. Part of me wants to like splurge and buy Returnal right now, like now that I have a PS5, and like play it at some point. But like part of me is also like, why don't I wait like a few months and see what happens? Like maybe wait like through the summer and see what happens, because it's definitely not something that's gonna like go up in value. Like all these new games will not go up in value, but like if something's out for like 6 months and it's still sitting at like a $70 price tag, like that shit probably is never going down. Like
right.
I think all the early Yakuza games would probably go up also on PS4 later, because like Judgment came out 2018. That's still like $40.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird. I'm just looking through like PS5 games right now. Like Demon's Souls $50, Ratchet and Clank 70, obviously, RE8 50, Neo Collection 50, Sackboy 45, Miles Morales 70, but that's the launch edition or something. Metro 40, Judgment 30, Outriders 45, RE8 Collector or Deluxe Edition 70, Godfall 40, Marvel's Avengers 25.
No.
You know what I think would go up on the PS4, and it's so strange because if it was a PS3 or PS2 game, it would be worth less. I think those Redbox games would be like the greatest hits versions. I think those are going to probably go up because I never see those out in the wild.
You're talking about like the PS4 ones?
Yeah, like the PlayStation where the whole entire box is just fucking red. I feel like those would probably go up later because I never see, like on the PS3 you saw those greatest hits boxes everywhere, but like for PS4 I didn't see any the entire time.
They always they're called, wait, I'm trying to look them up to see.
I forget if they're called PlayStation hits or greatest hits.
Classic hits. PlayStation games. Yeah, PlayStation hits. Yeah, those could be something to look out for, because I know that, like Wave said, like on the PS4, those were ones, or PS3, those were ones where it's like, ew. But like, I'm looking at it right now, like a list of them, and it's like, this is at like PlayStation. There's games like Lego Batman, Lego Jurassic World, Horizon, God of War 3 Remastered, Neo, Mad Max. Like what? Yeah, I don't know. I would look into some of these red cases, because the thing is, these red case ones, they could be something that goes up, because these are the things that down the line, if someone who's like trying to do a complete PS4 collector's edition or collection, like these are the games they're going to be looking for to complete it. So,
like, I know there's a red case version of God of War 3 remastered.
Yeah, so these, I can name them. So Batman, these are the ones, I think these are all of them. So Lego Batman 3, Lego Jurassic World, Horizon Complete, God of War 3, Neo, Mad Max, Persona 5, Battlefront 1, Friday the 13th, RE7, Uncharted Collection, Until Dawn, Batman, Arkham Knight, Need for Speed Rivals, UFC 2, Dynasty Warriors Extreme Legends, something, I can't tell, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition, Need for Speed 2015, Dying Light the Following, Injustice 1, Battlefield Hardline, Dragon Age Inquisition, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Lego Marvel's Superheroes, I don't know what that one is, MK10, Street Fighter 5, Bloodborne, Ratchet and Clank, Drive Club, Infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, Little Big Planet 3, Project Cars, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, Battlefield 4, Doom, Yakuza Kiwami, I believe that is what that is. Yakuza 0 and Metal Gear Solid 4 Ground Zeroes, I believe is what that is. So I think those are the only Redbox games. But you have me intrigued, Waves, because I feel like I want to go pick these up just to have them.
Because I've honestly never seen one of those Redbox. Like, I've seen pictures of them, but like at GameStop or Best Buy or anything like that, I've never seen them in person.
I get the Redbox of Ratchet and Clank for the PS4.
Oh, really?
So I have a question. On the Redbox, is the spine red?
Yes.
Yeah, so those could be...
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like stacks of them on Google Earth. It looks like it's like the PS4 logo is blue like normal, and then the spine is red. So it has like completely new like spine cover art. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good point, Waves. These could be ones that like you should definitely pick up, even though they're not desirable now. Like I feel like this is something that could be desirable down the line, for sure.
Then like Sekiro is still like $30 kind of consistently, so I wonder if that game was hard to get at launch or something.
Souls games in general are... Oh shit, here's a whole list of them. Did I miss any? Oh, apparently there's an RE7 and an RE6 version.
And then there's those like the Resident Evil Origins collection where it had both Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Remastered.
The Remastered.
The Remastered.
There you go, Snickle. I'll upload them.
If you can get like the Resident Evil Revelations 2 and 1 disc version, I think those will go up in price.
I think that picture I just sent is like all of, or a majority of them.
Shit, that'd be kind of cool to actually have. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good
point. I mean, those red cases look awful, but
I mean, they honestly don't look that bad. Like,
I mean, it'll look awful next to the collection, is all I'm saying. But I think those will go up just because it's a very small amount compared to like the PS3 and PS2 and PS1 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I like never see them in person. So
I usually see them at Target, actually.
So I can definitely see those going up. Some re-releases like Revelations 1 and 2. I can see those going up.
I got that Ratchet and Clank from Amazon, and it was supposed to be a blue box. And I'm like, so I was kind of pissed when they sent me the red box.
But it might be better now.
I know, right? But I was still pissed. I wanted the blue box to go because it throws off the feng shui of the whole collection.
Well, yeah, but now you got to get one of each to flex on them.
I can see all the Rebellion games going up in price. I feel like most people buy those.
The Reviverse.
The Reviverse. I feel like most people buy those digitally rather than physical. Right now they're all under $15, but I can see them like later going down.
Well, it's cool because the red, I'm looking at it now, the red cases kind of pays like homage to the PS2 in a way.
Mm-hmm. No, that was the point.
Yeah, which is like, that's like, I don't know. I think I agree with Waves on this red case. On the PS4 or on the PS3, not desirable. You're a shitbag if you have them. There's only a few red cases you should ever own, and they're all like Game of the Year editions that have the DLC on it. Other than that, if you own a red case, like, shame on you. But PS4, I think it might be the look, honestly.
One thing I would like to get my hands on was those it was the artwork in the UK for like Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, where it was like the alternate cover art and all that for each game.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
They make a Bloodborne that's a like a complete edition, but it's only in UK, I believe.
Okay.
Let me look it up. It used to be on Amazon, but like it was never like a good price. Bloodborne complete edition. Yeah, it's actually only $30 right now, which is pretty good. It's called Game of the Year. If you look up Bloodborne Game of the Year edition, it's actually pretty cool. It's got like a new logo, and then it's got the old Hunters like logo built into it. Here, I'll send you guys a link.
Oh yeah.
Like it's actually kind of a cool design.
Yeah.
But $30? I mean, the DLC is $15, so kind of a good deal, you know?
Yeah.
But you can get the PlayStation hits of Bloodborne for $17. Wait, Dark Souls Trilogy on games or on this is just the trilogy. This isn't the Steelbook. That's just only $60. I might have to scoop, but all right, let's end this though. We've been rambling for too long.
I got a 10-hour shift.
There's no more. There's no more people who ask stuff.
No, that was only 3. If you guys have anything that you want us to discuss or ramble about, you can leave it in the comments of this podcast, and we shall possibly talk about it in the next one.
And thank you for everybody that did put one up from last podcast.
Oh God, sorry.
We appreciate it. What are you oh-godding?
What?
I sneezed. You didn't hear it?
No, bless you.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Go buy games.
Yeah, go collect. Go to your local mom and pop shop and collect games. It's fun.
Yeah.
Go to your local GameStop and buy their entire PS4 stock.
That's true too. Do that too.
Oh, you know what I think will also go?
Here,
this will be my last one. Vampire.
Ooh, good choice.
Dude, I haven't been able to get that for a good price. That's so.
Because I always see that shit above $20. So
yeah. Is it vampire or is it vampire?
It's vampire.
I say vampire because I'm not fucking dumb.
Yeah, I say something else, but I'm not gonna say it on this. I don't want to get us banned, but if you use your imagination, you might be able to find it.
Yeah, it's like $23.99.
Damn, man, I'm about to buy this Metal Gear Solid 5 Definitive Edition.
All right, that's it.
Anyway, let's move on. Thank you guys for thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. Leave your comments below. I don't know about you guys.
Thanks for listening.
But I'm gonna go take a piss.
I'm gonna go take a shit.